college basketball is playing on the road. And, you don't really get to pick a lot of the things that, where you go in the NCAA tournament. And Nebraska just happens to be up the road. And a lot of their fans, now I will say this about Nebraska fans, they follow their sports teams. It's not just basketball. It's not just football. You're talking volleyball, every other thing. They're really, really enthusiastic about their sports.
Well, teams are starting to make their way out of the locker rooms and onto the court to prepare for this second-round matchup. Vanderbilt and Nebraska coming up. It will be only the 8th meeting all-time between these two programs, the first since 2010 and the first in the postseason. Vanderbilt leads the series 5-2. It goes back to 1955. They've only played a couple times going back to 75, so only the third meeting in about 50 years between the Commodores and the Huskers. We will take a break. Coming up, a visit with All-American guard Tyler Tanner after he made those big plays in that win over McNeese. Jonah will have an update on the brackets from inside our Learfield Network studios. And in just a bit, we will sit down with head coach Mark Bington for our pregame interview, getting ready for the Doors and Huskers here in Oklahoma City. First Bank makes being a super fan super easy with their exclusive Vanderbilt debit cards. You can bank on the Doors every time you pay. First Bank, bank local, and get more. Member FDIC. We are coming right back on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of the Doors. Let's see.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste, ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo, live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
You're listening to Vanderbilt Basketball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
Welcome back to Pregame of Vanderbilt Basketball. It's time to find out who's been hot for the Commodores.
We're in Oklahoma City, Vanderbilt and Nebraska coming up, joined by Tyler Tanner, one of the stars of the big victory against McNeese. What does it mean to be here and now have this opportunity to continue to advance?
Super special. Every game is history for Vanderbilt and for us, so we're taking every game for what it's worth. It was a big win first round, but now that's behind us, and we're fully focused on the round of 32 game against Nebraska.
Couple of huge threes, drives, and scores. What was it like to have the ball in your hands and chances to make big plays in that closing stretch?
Yeah, that's where I want to be. Coach knows that's the situations that I thrive in. I have a saying, pressure busts pipes, but pressure also makes diamonds. So those big moments that's what every hooper wants to be in. And I'm just blessed to be able to be in that position.
Played Nebraska now. They had a great game against Troy the other day. They shot the three well. What have you seen out of those guys?
Yeah, really, really good team. Obviously won their first game. Really good Big Ten team. really good players, some different schemes. They're very different from the McNeese team we played. So some changes we have to make, but we're going to be ready to play.
Almost more like one of the SEC teams we've seen where you're going to have to be super physical and get the job done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Super physical. They're going to be a team that's hard to push around. They're very strong post-wise, and like you said, they hit a bunch of threes the other day. So very well-rounded team that we're going to be playing, so we got to bring our best.
You know they'll have a lot of fans in the house. You guys have played great on the road this season. How do you draw off that experience? Yeah, Coach B has mentioned how well we've played on the road when it's only us versus everybody else in the stadium. So we're prepared for moments like this. They did travel really well to this tournament. I've been seeing red everywhere. But kudos to them for traveling, and it'll be a fun game. You played in this tournament last year, here for now going on your second game this season. Is this like little kid dreams for you playing in this thing? For sure. I mean, March Madness itself, just SEC tournament, but March Madness is just something you dream of playing in because you're watching. Like, my favorite part of college basketball in the year when I was growing up was just watching these round games with my family, because there's always games on. Like, a game finishes, another game on. So we would always love this first weekend. So being able to play in it now, it's just a huge blessing. TT, great playing. Let's keep it up. Good luck. Yes, sir. Thank you. That's Tyler Tanner. More coming up from Oklahoma City on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
The Eagles present The Long Goodbye, Act 3, live in concert in Nashville. With special guest Tedeschi Trucks Band. First Bank Stadium at Vanderbilt, Saturday, May 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The Eagles, The Long Goodbye, Act 3. For more, visit eagles.com.
Nashville, there's a new way to cheer on the Commodores. Jackalope Brewing Company is proud to brew Conquer and Prevail Pale Ale, Vanderbilt's craft beer collaboration with Jackalope Brewing Company. Stop by Memorial Gymnasium, the Jackalope Brewing Company tap room, or your favorite local beer store and ask for Conquer and Prevail. Crafted in Nashville, built for good times. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus.
Today's game is sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com.
The roof over your head does more than protect your house. It protects the people you love most. At Ostermiller, we understand that. Whether it's a small repair or a brand new roof, we treat every project like it's our own home. Local, reliable, and always here when you need us, because peace of mind starts at the top. Ostermiller, we're raising the standard in roofing.
Did you know 31W Insulation is more than just an insulation company? 31W Insulation installs only the best products, including Inverge and Huntsman Spray Foam, Amar and Wayne Dalton garage doors, Genie operators, closet-made closet systems, 310 tempering, HMI and quality shower doors, and CertainTeed, Knauf and Owens Corning Insulation. With over 46 locations in 12 states throughout the Southeast to serve you, give 31W Insulation a call today at 888-241-4563 or visit our website www.31w.com for a free quote.
Jonah Weintraub back here inside the Learfield Network studios as we inch closer to tip-off between the Doors and the Huskers right at around the top of the hour in OKC. And out of the 8 games in the round of 32 this afternoon, our contest is the second to last on the schedule, so let's get up to speed on the rest of today's action. And we'll start back right in OKC, where 2-seed Houston just wrapped up an 88-57 win over 10-seed Texas A&M. The 2-seed Cougars on their way to a 6th consecutive Sweet 16, and technically it'd be 7 if you don't count the COVID year. So another second weekend appearance for Kelvin Sampson and UH. Then in the West, 3-seed Gonzaga trails 11-seed Texas by a score of 51-49. Gonzaga looking to make it to the Sweet 16 again after having their streak stopped last season in the round of 32 against Houston. And in our South region, 3-seed Illinois up 10 with 10 minutes to go in the first half on 11-seed VCU, 23-13, the Illini in the driver's seat. Now for some final scores from earlier today, and to get things going this afternoon in the Midwest region, top seed Michigan cruised to a 95-72 win over 9-seed St. Louis and Buffalo, and Big Ten Player of the Year Yaxel Lendeborg dropped 25 points on an efficient 9 of 13 shooting, and man was he busy around the rim in this one.
Avila right wing, pestered by Johnson, drives in, floater, well short, good defense. Johnson, and he's able to deflect the rebound to himself. Here comes the Wolverines right to left. Up by 7, Lendeborg. Over Quinn Jones! The Dominican LeBron with the tomahawk hammer! Michigan up 66-57.
That was Brian Bush on the call for Learfield on that jam from the first-team All-American coin, the Dominican LeBron. And it was also a good day for their rivals, Michigan State, the 3-seed in the East. Also won in Buffalo. It took down 6-seed Louisville 77-69. And what a day it was for Spartans point guard Jeremy Fears, a historic outing with 12 points and 16 assists. Those 16 dimes were a single-game MSU tournament record, and he passed none other than Magic Johnson, who set that record unofficially way back in his playing days with 14 assists. So a great day for Jeremy Fears, and etches his name in the MSU history books in the process. Down in Greenville, South Carolina, the East's top seed Duke secured an 81-58 victory over 9-seed TCU. After going on a 9-minute field goal drought midway through this game, the Blue Devils opened things up with a 24-8 run down the stretch to take down the Frogs and advance to the Sweet 16 in Washington, D.C. And then the only game that starts after ours is 4-seed Arkansas against 12-seed High Point in the West region. That one gets going from Portland, Oregon around 8:45. And High Point head coach Flynn Clayman knows his squad has its hands full with SEC Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year Darius Acuff, as well as the rest of that Hogs backcourt.
They're perfect basketball players for the most part. That's why they're going to be lottery picks. You get to a certain point in this game where a level of, there's not a whole lot you can do when guys are that good. You got to just try to do your best to slow them down a little bit, and then you understand that you're going to have to score points to beat a team like that. You know, there's a reason why you don't have 70 to 70 games in the NBA, right? Like, it's not because you don't have good defensive coaches. It's that when you get to a certain level, like, there's going to be better offense. Those guys are going to score. We just got to do our best to try to make them as inefficient as possible.
And outside of March Madness, a couple of score updates from other Vanderbilt athletics. In the women's bracket, number 2, Vanderbilt is at home and up 95-47 on, coincidentally, 15-seed High Point with 4 minutes to go from Memorial. Michaela Blake's just passed Caitlin Clark for a top 5 all-time sophomore scoring season on the day. Michaela Blake's another strong outing for the Commodores, doing her thing with 30 points on 11 of 16 shooting. Meanwhile, in Starkville, Vanderbilt baseball down in the bottom of the 5th to number 6 Mississippi State. That one is 5-2. Vanderbilt trying to tie that series against the Bulldogs before Game 3 on Sunday. So that's a trip around the March Madness bracket scoreboard, as well as some of those Vanderbilt updates. But for now, we're going to take another quick step aside here on our pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Bington ahead of tonight's contest against the Huskers. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Vanderbilt basketball from Learfield.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the Black and Gold. He commands the court, brings spirit to the Memorial Maniacs, and leads the team to anchor down. Ford also has a fan favorite, Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores, at your Tennessee Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a quote today at progressivecommercial.com.
The Donut Den is proud to serve fresh baked items in and around Nashville. Start your day with sunshine by visiting their location on Hillsborough Pike and enjoy some of their delicious items like donuts, pastries, muffins, croissant donuts, fritters, fresh brewed coffee, and more. All items are baked fresh daily on site. To start your day off with sunshine, make sure to visit the Donut Den at 3900 Hillsborough Pike or call 385-1021. That's 385-1021. The Donut Den, proud to serve Nashville.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat.
With tip-off moments away, let's hear from the head coach of the Commodores, Mark Bington. Once again, here's Kevin Ingram.
Vanderbilt and Nebraska coming up in the round of 32 in the NCAA tournament. You talked about only 32 teams remain. We're one of them. What does it mean to be in this spot?
Yeah, it's a big honor. I mean, there's a lot of teams want to be in this situation, and there's a lot of times things are given to you or you luck your way into it. And to be playing on this day and be in this round, you have to earn it. And so we did what we had to in the first round. And so we know the challenges keep getting bigger and more important and tougher. But that's what you do all season for, trying to build you up for these moments.
Proud of the guys for the way they played through some adversity. I mean, it was a tough matchup in that first round, and found a way to win.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually a compliment to them. We weren't at our best, but still figured out a way. And I don't think we had anything to do with nerves or being in the NCAA tournament. I just think we had to get some things out of our system. And they did a good job of making it tough on you, of getting into you, changing defenses, and it's a unique style. So it was a mixture of both things, but for us to be able to persevere, that was big for us.
Special to see Tyler Tanner also step up the way he did in big spots.
Yeah, he was really good. And in the first half, I thought he was not as aggressive as he should have been. And in the second half, I thought he showed great aggression, and he's not scared of the moment. He's a guy who will make a big play, not scared to make a big play. And the biggest play in the game, I thought, was a three-pointer. It was a deep three-pointer. Shot clock's going down a little bit, and I think that calmed us down and gave us confidence we're going to win.
Speaking of three-pointers, Nebraska did that especially well in their first game. Give me a little scouting report on the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, I mean, one guy went off in the first half. Sanford is elite, and so I think he made 5 in the first half, and from all different places, and you just cannot make a mistake on him. They do a good job of finding them. They have other good three-point shooters as well, but he's actually elite. And so if you talk about the Troy game, 5 in the first half really separated the game.
They had a lot of fans here on Thursday, probably will again on Saturday. Our team's played really well on the road this season. Can you draw off that experience a little bit? Yeah,
that's what we talked about. And to think it's anything but a road game, I don't want our guys to be misconceived. This will be outnumbered, the crowd, the noise. And so the good thing is, we're not a team from a small league that hasn't played in big imposing arenas against tough crowds. We've had to do it this year. And so you just don't anticipate doing it in the NCAA tournament. You're thinking more neutral. You think we might be half and half or whatever else. But we know the challenge ahead of us. We're not going to make excuse, and we know how to overcome it.
Let's keep it going. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
That's head coach Mark Bington. More coming up from Oklahoma City. We get ready for Vanderbilt and Nebraska in the NCAA tournament on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you looking for more chances to try out your victory dances? The multiplayer instant games from the Tennessee Lottery feature chances to win up to $1 million. That means you could be minutes away from the Shelbyville Shuffle, the Chattanooga Cha-Cha, the Memphis Mambo, or maybe even the Tri-Cities Two-Step. The multiplayer instant games, only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly. Or maybe the Bucksnort Boogie. What about the Nashville Nene? The Paris Pas de Dieu.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans, and as the official bank of Vanderbilt Athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When two historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
Did you know 31W Insulation is more than just an insulation company? 31W Insulation installs only the best products, including Inverge and Huntsman Spray Foam, Amar and Wayne Dalton garage doors, Genie operators, closet-made closet systems, 310 tempering, HMI and quality shower doors, and CertainTeed, Knauf and Owens Corning Insulation. With over 46 locations in 12 states throughout the Southeast to serve you, give 31W Insulation a call today at 888-241-4563 or visit our website www.31w.com for a free quote.
Welcome back. We are in Oklahoma City, where Vanderbilt is getting set to take on Nebraska, the second round of the NCAA tournament. March Madness for 2026. The Huskers, the 4 seed, the Commodores, number 5 seed in the South region. Our coach interviews are brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi is made for basketball watching. Pepsi is the official soft drink of Vanderbilt University. Injury update brought to you by Vanderbilt Sports Medicine. The Commodores are good to go for tonight's game. Our keys to the game presented by First Bank. Tim, how does Vanderbilt advance? Get to the Sweet 16 for the first time in almost 2 decades.
Well, number one, you have to know where Sanford is. That guy is key to our defense. Now, in another situation, you've got a defensive rebound. You cannot let their bigs get offensive boards and then either put back or find Sanford at the three-point line. Cannot turn the basketball over. You're not going to get pressured a ton, but you can't give the basketball away, especially on live ball turnovers.
How can we take advantage of our guards in this matchup?
Well, I think what Nebraska's going to do is they're going to switch all the high ball screens, and I think if you can get the two bigs on Duke Miles and Tyler Tanner and then let them create off the dribble, those two bigs cannot, they just don't have the speed to keep up with them. But again, Nebraska does a good job of gapping you. When you penetrate, they'll fill the gap. You got to be ready to kick for the three-pointer as well.
What about staying connected in this atmosphere where we know it's going to be loud? Coach Bington's talked about that and dealing with some of the crowd noise.
You know, I think it's more of what you do out on the court. I think that's the most important thing is, you know, how you run your offense and how you're connected with defense, how you rebound, that kind of stuff. If you take care of your business on offense, able to make baskets, the crowd goes out of the game.
Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by First Bank. Vanderbilt and Nebraska coming up. The Commodore women just finished their victory against High Point at Memorial Gym. 102-61 was the final, so congratulations to Shea Rouse' team. They move on to the second round. They'll play again on Monday at home. We'll take a break. When we come back, our Mid-South Ford starting lineups and tip-off here in Oklahoma City. Vanderbilt and Nebraska battling for a spot in the Sweet 16 on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
The roof over your head does more than protect your house. It protects the people you love most. At Ostermiller, we understand that. Whether it's a small repair or a brand new roof, we treat every project like it's our own home. Local, reliable, and always here when you need us, because peace of mind starts at the top. Ostermiller, we're raising the standard in roofing.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
You're listening to Vanderbilt Basketball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Cold?
Kohl's Spring Savings event is kind of like sunshine. The deals are glowing, dazzling, tempting to stare directly at in awe. And with prices like these, looking away is a real challenge. You can get 40% off kitchen appliances, teas for just $7.99 and more, plus an extra 50% off clearance. Yep, Kohl's Spring Savings are looking bright. Shop them at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offers end March 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
Right side, nickel for the tie.
Yes! Live from Oklahoma City, you're listening to Vanderbilt basketball in the NCAA tournament.
Gets it out, Tanner 3. That was good.
Really nice play that time, inside out.
Rebound, McLaughlin. Yes! It's good! And one with 6/10 of a second. Devin McLaughlin, round one with the rival, goes to the black and gold.
The countdown is over. It's the Commodores and the Cornhuskers. And tip-off is next. Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Vanderbilt basketball is brought to you by First Bank. Bank on the doors every time you pay with the exclusive Vanderbilt debit cards. First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC. Mid-South Ford. Your Tennessee Ford dealers. Anchor down. SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Vanderbilt basketball. Find tickets to Commodore games and more at SeatGeek. Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of Vanderbilt Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Once again, alongside Tim Thompson, here's Kevin Ingram.
For the first time in 14 years, the Vanderbilt Commodores are set to play a second-round game in the NCAA basketball tournament. Tonight in Oklahoma City, it is a big challenge from the Big Ten, with Nebraska next on the dance card. The Doors and the Huskers face off for a spot in the Sweet 16. Kevin and Tim at the Paycom Center in OKC. It is great to have you with us. Jonah Weintraub's inside our Learfield Network studios. We get ready for the Commodores and Cornhuskers to see who advances to Houston next week. Before we give you our Mid-South Ford starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID. This is Vanderbilt basketball from Learfield. One last huddle up for the Commodores before heading to the bench. Nebraska putting up some final shots as well, and we get ready for basketball. Let's bring you our Mid-South Ford starting lineups. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are 27-6. They went 15-5 in the Big Ten and tied for second. Number 15 in the AP poll and the number 4 seed in this South region. They defeated Troy on Thursday, 76-47 in their opening round game. The coach is Fred Hoiberg in his 7th season and 12th year overall with 226 wins. Sam Hoiberg, the coach's son, and a guard, 6 feet and a senior out of Lincoln, Nebraska, 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, and shoots 39% from 3, 4-9-4 in 31 minutes. He has 68 steals on the season. Berke Bayuktunjel, he is a 6'10 junior from Turkey, a UCLA transfer. He averages 6 points and 5 rebounds, had 9 and 7 with 2 steals, and made 1 out of 2 from 3 on Thursday. Jamarcus Lawrence, a 6'3 senior from Plainfield, New Jersey, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, 35% from 3, 13 points, hit 3 threes in 23 minutes against Troy. Bryce Sanford is one of the key guys, maybe the key guy for Nebraska. 6'7 junior out of Waukee, Iowa, 18 points and 4 rebounds per game, 40% from 3, 34 steals, 85% from the foul line, 23 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 7 out of 12 from 3 in 37 minutes against Troy. And Rink Mast, a 6'10", 250-pound senior out of the Netherlands. The Bradley transfer averages 13 points, 3 rebounds, or 5 assists, 5 rebounds and 3 assists, shoots 31% from 3 and 82% from the stripe. 11, 6, and 7 in 30 minutes of play last time out. Sam Hoiberg, Berke Bayuktunjel, Jamarcus Lawrence, Bryce Sanford, and Rick Mast for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For the Vanderbilt Commodores at 27-8, 11-7 in SEC play. They got the number 4 seed in the SEC tournament, tying for 4th in the Southeastern Conference. Number 16 in the AP poll this week, and the number 5 seed in this region. A round 1 win against McNeese last time out, 78-68 on Thursday. Mark Bington in his second year as coach and 14th year overall with 267 wins. The familiar starting 5 of Duke Miles, a 6-foot graduate student from Montgomery, Alabama. 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. 36% from 3 with 72 steals, and he is an 89% free throw shooter. Duke had 12 points, 3 assists, couple steals, hit a 3 on Thursday. Tyler Tanner, 6 feet and a sophomore from Brentwood, Tennessee. Honorable mention, All-American and All-SEC. 19 points per game to lead Vandy, 3 rebounds, and a team-high 5 assists per contest. 37% from 3 with 82 steals, a new Vanderbilt single-season record, and also led the SEC, and 86% from the foul line. He was terrific on Thursday. He made big plays down the stretch. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 of 8 from 3, and 9 of 10 from the stripe against McNeese in 36 minutes. Tyler Nickel, a 6'7 junior out of Harrisonburg, Virginia. 13 points per game, 39% from 3, and 86% from the free throw stripe. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 8 from 3 in 32 minutes last time. A.K.O. Cherokee, a 6'7 graduate student out of Clovis, California, averaging 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, and shooting 38% from 3. A team-high 9 rebounds, had 7 points and 4 assists, hit a couple threes in 33 minutes against McNeese. And Devin McLaughlin, the 6'7 senior out of Cumming, Georgia, 9 points and a team-high 6 rebounds per game. He shoots 55% from the field, was 6 out of 6 in the opening round game when he had 12 points and 8 rebounds in 31 minutes. Duke Miles and Tyler Tanner, Tyler Nickel, A.K.O. Cherokee, Dev McLaughlin, your Mid-South forward starting lineups. This is the 8th meeting all-time between Vanderbilt and Nebraska. The Commodores lead the series 5-2. It goes back to 1955. First time they have met in the postseason, and also the first time they met since 2010. The last time was in San Juan. Vanderbilt won that year 59-49. Only the 3rd meeting since 1975. All have been neutral site games. Vanderbilt won in 1997 when they played out in Honolulu. The Nebraska wins in this series came in the 70s, back in 74 and 75. Today's officiating crew, Doug Schaus is the referee. We know him well. A.J. Desai, Mike Littlewood. Those are the umpires. Evan Burrows is the standby official. So all set for Vanderbilt and Nebraska in round 2. The winner goes to the Sweet 16. All right, Tim, it's all set. Let's do this thing and play for a spot in next week's games in Houston and advance to the Sweet 16.
I tell you what, at the 1st of November, if you just said we'd have been sitting in Oklahoma City playing to go to the Sweet 16, we'd have taken that right away.
Sign me up.
Sign up.
Great stuff. Vanderbilt will wear black uniforms trimmed in gold and white. Nebraska will wear throwback cream uniforms with red trim. This decidedly partisan Nebraska crowd. They're a couple states away, but a whole bunch of them have come down here, and they were rewarded with their first ever NCAA tournament win back on Thursday. Vanderbilt playing in this event for the 17th time, winning a game in the tournament for the first time since 2012 on Thursday.
Well, Kevin, these Nebraska uniforms, when I was young living in Nebraska, this is what the Nebraska team wore way back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Devin McLaughlin and Rick Mast will jump it. A.J. Desai will set it up in just a moment. Ready for action. Round 2 in the big dance. Vanderbilt and Nebraska. Ball's in the air. Tipped and out of bounds. Saved in, though, by Nickel, and Vanderbilt gets the opening possession. Thought that might go over the sideline. Commodores on offense to start the night.
And that was a really good hustle play that time.
Nickel on the right, sends it to the right corner. It is Duke Miles. Going to bring it back outside. Okereke to Tanner, trying to penetrate. Nothing there. Backs off. Low pass left side. Nickel for 3. It is short. Rebound inside goes to Mast for Nebraska. Commodores get a good look on their first trip. Can't convert. Huskers on offense. Mast takes it from Hoiberg. They weave it out at the three-point line. Lawrence with a touch. Now it's Hoiberg again. On the right, take it away. Miles had it for a moment, but retrieved by Hoiberg, other side of midcourt. Sanford with it. Pressured outside by Tanner. Almost lost by Hoiberg. Goes over to retrieve near the table. Goes to the left corner. Here's a 3 by Mast. It's good. Make it by Yungchen Joe, knocking down the 3.
Well, a little bit of a scramble play right there by Nebraska because we almost had the steal, but again, really nice basket.
They were red hot from three-point land in their opening round win against Troy. Outside, it is Okereke driving right lane line to Tanner, trying to go baseline. Stops his dribble, flips it back up top. 3 by Miles, trying to answer. Can't do so. Rebound in the air, controlled by Mast for Nebraska.
Yeah, wide open look right there. You got to knock those shots down.
Got to hit those threes when you have an opportunity. Mast with it between the circles, looking right. Pressure by Okereke. Mast going to drive on in, almost lost the handle. Now trying to back in against Okereke. The ball lost into the bench, out of bounds. It's going to belong to Vanderbilt. Mast thought that Okereke touched it last. Doug Schau says the ball belongs to the black and gold.
Well, and they're not challenging anything on that either. So
Nebraska in front 3-0, or will they? Let's see.
They just did challenge it right there. I did not see from the replay what happened, but the official was right on top of it.
So they're going to send this to a full break. 18:32 to play in the first half. We have our first review. Vanderbilt trailing Nebraska 3-0. We're coming right back after this. The Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
A replay review early on here. Vanderbilt trailing Nebraska 3-0, 18:32 to play in half number 1 here in Oklahoma City. Round 2 of the NCAA tournament. This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It's intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Kevin Ingram and Tim Thompson here, and we did have Nebraska challenging a ball that went out of bounds. It was Okereke and Mast over on the right side. We'll see what the officials come back with.
Well, they've gone to the bench, and the look on the face of the Nebraska coaches isn't like they got the ball.
Only points so far on a three-pointer by Yuktunjel.
Well, we've had 2 wide-open looks from the three-point line as well. And, again, we're going to get those during the game. We've just got to knock down shots.
A lengthy timeout here gives us a chance to tell you a little more about the Commodores and the Cornhuskers and this matchup with Vanderbilt trying to advance again to the Sweet 16, first time since 2007. So I guess they did award the basketball to Nebraska. They show 13 on the shot clock. Vanderbilt with 27 wins, trying to get to 28 for the first time since 92-93 season. Commodores playing in their second straight NCAA tournament and 17th overall. Looking for win number 12 in the big dance.
Well, what you have now, you have 13 seconds left on the shot clock. So you got to play solid defense here right out of the gate.
It'll be a right corner throw-in for Nebraska. Hoiberg down low, Lawrence lays it in.
Yeah, that can't happen. You can't get rear screened right there and have a cutter directly to the basket.
Nebraska 5, Vanderbilt nothing. Commodores looking to scratch after a well-executed inbounds play. Tanner stops a dribble between the circles, goes to Okereke behind the arc. AK driving in, turned away, flips it to the left wing. Miles for 3, and an out, no good. Rolls out toward the free throw line. Nickel jumps in to tie it up. It's going to belong to Nebraska, but Nickel, good hustle to get to the loose ball. Lawrence was right there for the Cornhuskers.
Well, once again, Kevin, you had a wide open three-pointer. And again, Nebraska, what they're trying to do is stop the penetration. And if you penetrate and look to the perimeter and kick, you're going to get a good look.
Vanderbilt 0 for 3 from three-point land. Yet to score almost 2 minutes in. It is 5-0 Nebraska. Huskers with it right to left. Bington Gel stops his dribble at the center circle. Mark Bington asking for a travel. Low pass Hoiberg on the right. Guarded by Miles. Bounce pass. Bington Gel heels on the three-point line. Goes to Mast on the right. Turns around, shoots a three. It's good. Nebraska picking up where they left off on Thursday, leading 8-0. Let's go, Commodores. High screen. Tanner goes to the right. Backs off. Stops his dribble. Okereke straight away. Miles on the left. Duke on the wing. Into the paint he goes. Kicks it back up top. Nickel down the left lane line. Pitches out to Tanner with 12 to shoot. TT stops. Takes a jumper. It's good. Vanderbilt on the board. There's Tyler Tanner.
You need to right the ship a little bit. Now, if you're patient in your offense, you're going to get a good look.
8-2. Vanderbilt trailing by 6. We played 3.5 minutes. Hoiberg. Bington Gel. Couple dribbles back and forward. Tracked by McLaughlin. Okereke goes to Mast. Now it's Lawrence. Long two-point jumper, no good. Into the hands of Okereke for Vanderbilt.
And now he even gets up in transition right here.
Okereke out of the three-point line. McLaughlin moves it to Miles. Circles off a high screen. Knocked down. Miles goes back to get it. Taps it over to Okereke. Okereke, short corner, baseline jumper. Bouncing, no good. Rebound goes to Nebraska.
We just have great looks, I'm telling you.
Okereke by Bington Gel grabbed it. He has it on the left wing. Bounce pass, Mast back to the basket, guarded by Okereke, one-on-one. They clear out that left side. Mast trying to take it up, jump hook, pops out, no good. Rebound, Okereke, good defense. Vandy down 8-2, 3.5 in. Tanner slides to the left. Lawrence picks him up, one-hand delivery, goes to Miles, back to Tanner. TT shoots a long one, no good, off the heel. Tipped by McLaughlin, but Mast comes off with it for Nebraska. Huskers from right to left, leading 8-2. Up top, Sanford launches, three, no good. In and out, but I think they're going to call Okereke for a rebound and a foul. He and Mast got tangled up, and they'll call AK for the game's first. Well, unfortunate there. Vanderbilt had the ball, but Nebraska will get it out of bounds with a fresh shot clock. And the Commodores send on Jalen Washington. 6'10" senior out of Gary, Indiana, 9 points and 5 rebounds per game. Played only 14 minutes on Thursday.
Nebraska wanted to get Sanford a shot right there, so they set the high ball screen, and it was a quick shot coming down the court.
In play, Nebraska has it. Left side, Mast for three. Good again. Goodness, they are stroking it from three-point land. 11-2. Nebraska roaring out of the gates. Hook pass goes to Washington well behind the arc. Gives to Tanner. TT looking to penetrate. Nothing there. Okereke moves it left. Nickel for three. That was no good. Washington got shoved but got the rebound anyway. Kicks it back out. Tanner on the left wing. Got Hoiberg to go for the fake. He flips it up and got it. Tanner on the run for two.
Yeah, now you got to play some solid defense. Now, I will say this. Nebraska has hit some pretty tough shots, especially with 3 threes from their two big guys.
Yeah. Berkey hit one and Mast has hit twice. Played 4.5 minutes. Lawrence stops the dribble outside. Miles comes up to pressure. Bounce pass on the right. Knocked out of play. Last touched by Nebraska's Bryce Sanford with Nickel pressuring. And Vanderbilt will have the ball on the Nebraska turnover after the timeout. 15:23 to play in the first half. Commodores trail 11-4 early on this second round matchup in Oklahoma City. Be right back in the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the Black and Gold. He commands the court, brings spirit to the Memorial Maniacs, and leads the team to anchor down. Ford also has a fan favorite, Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores, at your Tennessee Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
This responsible gaming message is brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. When you play the lottery, it's important to play responsibly. Know your limit and spend only what you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. And remember, as long as you're having fun, you're always a winner in our book. The Tennessee Lottery is a proud supporter of National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. To learn more about problem gambling resources, visit tnlottery.com.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Commodore soccer coach Darren Ambrose, and this is Vanderbilt men's basketball. Anchor down.
Well, second round game here in Oklahoma City. Nebraska off to a hot start, leading Vanderbilt 11-4 with 15:23 to play in the first half. Vanderbilt Athletics would like to thank, as always, our local 615 partners for their continued support. Let's do our part in supporting those who support us and shop local. Nebraska 3 out of 4 from distance. Vanderbilt 0 for 5 on first bank threes. And it's not like Vanderbilt hasn't had good looks, just not knocking them down just yet.
Well, and what we've got to do, we've got to be a little bit more patient. We've got to make Nebraska work harder in their half-court defense before we jack up a three. And again, we got to get out on the big guys. If you look at, they're scoring, they're 3 for 4, and they're 2 big guys. Mass has hit 2 big threes for Nebraska. So, again, you got to be a little bit more patient in your half-court offense.
Vanderbilt has found success with Tyler Tanner, has both of Vanderbilt's baskets so far, both on drives and scores. Hitting that little runner, he is so tough on those plays.
Well, he's so quick, and he's coming downhill fast. He's going to get that every time, and he's got to be ready also to pull up and shoot that mid-range jump shot as opposed to maybe taking it all the way to the basket.
Vanderbilt got the ball on the Nebraska turnover that took us to the timeout. It'll be Commodore ball, a fresh 30 on the shot clock. We'll throw it in near the Nebraska bench, or near the Vanderbilt bench, I should say. Hash mark on the left. Coach Mark Bington and his staff giving instructions before, I think it's going to be Tyler Nickel to come over and throw it in. Nickel to Tanner. Chandler Bing is in, the freshman from Atlanta. 22 minutes on Thursday, 4 points and 3 boards. Tanner to the left, it's Miles, well behind the three-point line. Washington for a pick. Miles goes to the right, stops a dribble. Bing to the right corner. Tanner streaks down the baseline, shoots that runner, no good. Rebound, Hoiberg. Nebraska on offense, leading by 7. About 5 minutes played here. Hoiberg outside. Tanner picks him up. Back cut. Lawrence put it up good and one. Miles chasing down the play but couldn't get there in time. And Jamarcus Lawrence has a chance at a three-point play. Foul on Miles, his first, team second.
Well, Lawrence did a really good job of reading the way that Duke Miles was guarding him, trying to go high over the screen. And then you've got a Mast, who's a really good passer for a 6'10 kid.
He averages 3 assists per game and got one right there. It'll be Lawrence for one free throw. Sam Hoiberg goes over to talk to his dad for a moment before the free throw, and I think Lawrence a little shaken up here, the senior out of New Jersey. It's his second go-around at Nebraska. He played at Rhode Island last season after 3 seasons, or 2 seasons anyway, with Nebraska before that. Free throw, trying to close out the three-point play. It's good. 74% on the season connects. Vanderbilt down 10 early on, 14-4. What you feared with this big crowd. Tanner to the right corner. Caught by Bring, brings it out. Cross-court pass Miles to Tanner in the left corner. TT out to the left wing. Crossing over against Mass. Dump down. Washington inside. Nice power dribble and sticks it home.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to penetrate, and you got to look for the big guys.
Jay Wash took that power dribble, used the basket to his advantage and scored on the left. Mast outside, pressured by Washington. Samfort with Nickel giving chase. They move it to Mast, going to take it left side. Bump foul on Washington. Jay Wash gets his first and the team's third. Nebraska gets the ball out of bounds with a new 20 on the shot clock.
Well, I'm not sure if you need to pressure Mast 3 steps beyond the three-point line. I think you can back off him a little bit.
Vanderbilt down 14-6, 14:20 to go first half. We have Braden Frager in the game, a 6'7 redshirt freshman from Lincoln, averages 11 points. 6th man of the year in the Big Ten. And now on a screen, they'll call Nebraska. Doug Schaus says Lawrence setting a pick on Tyler Nickel near the Vanderbilt bench. The Commodores get it on the foul and turnover.
Well, I wasn't paying attention there. I was looking at the basketball, and that was completely away from the play.
Cale Jacobson enters for Nebraska, 6'4 junior guard from Ashland, Nebraska, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Also a good three-point shooter at 39%. Tanner goes to the left, stops his dribble, short pass Washington well behind the arc. Nickel pops out to take it. Right side at the hash. Tanner now at the center circle. They want to double on Tanner, reach foul call. They will be on Jacobson, his first and the team's second. Commodore ball out of bounds, 20 on the timer, 14:02 to play in the first half. I think Okereke was going to go in, but then he came back to the bench. The Commodores will continue on offense. Only 6 points so far in the first 6 minutes. Tanner outside. Tanner driving into the lane, right side. Put it up, no good. Foul on Nebraska. This may be a second one on Jacobson in a matter of seconds. Nope, this time it's going to be Frager.
Well, that's what you've got to do. You set that high ball screen, and then you pin. Washington pins high, and you get all the way to the basket. And Nebraska, they're not quick enough to guard Tyler Tanner on the perimeter.
Well, here is Tanner. What an impressive performance he had on Thursday in the victory against McNeese. Just continues to climb up the charts as far as season records go in Vanderbilt history. Free throw is good. His 82 steals, a Vanderbilt season record. His 675 points, the most ever by a sophomore. And also fifth in Vanderbilt season history. And his 180 assists tied the Vanderbilt single season record set by Atiba Prater. And also the most by a sophomore. He has been amazing. Free throw number 2 on target.
Well, now what you got to do is you got to play solid defense and disciplined defense in the half court.
Tanner has 6 of Vanderbilt's 8. Commodores trail by 6, 14-8. 13:47 to play in the first half. Outside Jacobson, bounce pass, goes to Hoiberg. Tanner had designs on a steal. Jacobson on a drive, turned away by Bing. Masked in the paint. I think he wanted to get to a jump hook, but flips it back outside. 8 to shoot. Jacobson stops his dribble, trying to find a teammate, threw it away. Good D by Vanderbilt. They were down to 4 to shoot. They pressured Nebraska into a turnover.
Well, Hoiberg just made a back cut, and Jacobson just didn't read it properly.
Okereke is back in. He goes to Tanner. Commodores also have Washington, McLaughlin, and Bing in the game. Tanner moving left. They want a double. Deflected pass. Tanner going back to try to get it. Retrieves other side of midcourt before Hoiberg could get there. Tanner to the right corner. Okereke now. 15 on the timer. AK brings it outside. Goes to Tanner. Trying to drive. Stops on the left. Goes to McLaughlin. Now it's Okereke. Bumps into Mass. 7 to shoot. Tanner driving. Kicking outside into the shot clock. 3. Okereke in and out. No good. Halfway down, and Nebraska got the rebound. It was Sanford.
And again, once again, you got great penetration by Tyler Tanner. Kicks to the wide open look for the 3.
Vanderbilt still empty from three-point land. 0 for 6. Good looks, not dropping. Mast backing in, working against Bing. Mast dumped down low. Jacobson off the baseline. Blew a close-in shot. Tanner got the offside rebound. 14-8. Vanderbilt trails. 12.5 to go in the first half. Tanner, slow dribble outside. Switches hands. Goes to Washington at the top. Jay Wash going to take it on the right, deflected, take it away. Nebraska gets a steal. Vanderbilt gets defenders back. Sanford in transition. They got to him. Outside Jacobson, threw it away. Intercepted Tanner. Racing to the other end for a dunk.
There you go.
TT with 8.
Live ball turnovers right there result in a basket.
Tanner with the steal and slam. Vanderbilt within 4, 14-10 on a 6-0 run. And what's the call here? Foul on Vanderbilt, it looks like. It's going to be McLaughlin.
I thought Sanford grabbed McLaughlin's arm on that curl screen right there. But again, a lot of contact, and the official makes the call.
Lawrence goes back in for Nebraska. He'll replace Hoiberg in the lineup. They also have Berkey back in. Left sideline throw in as Tyler Nickel returns to the Commodore lineup, giving Tanner a break, or will it be Washington? Jay Wash goes out. Miles went in to replace Tanner. 12:06 first half. Vanderbilt's recovering after falling behind 10 early. Outside at the three-point line. Sanford hands to Jacobson. He's at the top, stops his dribble. Bing up to guard. Lawrence flips it left side. Jacobson feeds it down low. Berkey left of the lane. Backing in, turns baseline, fade away, short, rebound, Glock. Well defended again. Their big guy taking one off the baseline. Commodores holding to one and done. Miles stops the dribble, bounce pass up top, wide open, Okereke for 3, no good. McLaughlin couldn't get to the rebound, came off to Lawrence. Nebraska in transition, Lawrence will circle out to the right side. Goes to Sanford. McLaughlin puts a hand in his face, now it's Prager down the middle, lays it up and in. Well, Prager, his first 2.
He came around that ball screen on the wing right there, and he was coming downhill, nobody picked him up.
Just over 11 to play in the first half, 16-10, Nebraska in front. Nickel on the right, Sanford jumps out to defend. We figured we'd see that matchup quite a bit. Miles near the center circle. Duke a slow dribble, stops and goes to Nickel. Launches, long one, no good. Off the front rim. Okereke got pushed. Nebraska got the rebound. Prager down low, pushing AK out of the way. Long one, Lawrence. That's an air ball into the hands of Nickel.
Okay, hey, Kevin, we just got to make shots. I mean, we're having wide open shots.
Playing good enough defense. Berkey knocked down McLaughlin, and now he stands over him for a moment, and Nickel has something to say. Commodores not happy at all. Berkey, Bington Joe. He knocked down McLaughlin. Number 9 for Nebraska got the foul, and then he stood over him for a second, and now they had a little jawing going on.
Well, that's where you just got to walk away. I mean,
yeah, you can't let yourself get pulled into that.
You can't let yourself get pulled into that, because now all of a sudden you get a double technical. You're going to get the foul on Buckton-Gel.
This will take us to the timeout. We got 10:48 to play in the first half. Commodores trailing 16-10 against Nebraska. Second round matchup of the NCAA tournament. Be right back on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans, and as the official bank of Vanderbilt athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When 2 historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
We're taking a 60-second local break. Then more Commodore basketball coverage on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
The roof over your head does more than protect your house. It protects the people you love most. At Ostermiller, we understand that. Whether it's a small repair or a brand new roof, we treat every project like it's our own home. Local, reliable, and always here when you need us, because peace of mind starts at the top. Ostermiller, we're raising the standard in roofing.
The Donut Den is proud to serve fresh baked items in and around Nashville. Start your day with sunshine by visiting their location on Hillsborough Pike and enjoy some of their delicious items like donuts, pastries, muffins, croissant donuts, fritters, fresh brewed coffee, and more. All items are baked fresh daily on site. To start your day off with sunshine, make sure to visit the Donut Den at 3900 Hillsborough Pike or call 385-1021. That's 385-1021. The Donut Den, proud to serve Nashville.
Well, media break with 10:48 to play in the first half in Oklahoma City at the Paycom Center. This NCAA tournament second round game. Vanderbilt trailing Nebraska 16-10. Just under 11 minutes to play in half number 1. Vanderbilt basketball is brought to you by Pepsi. It is made for basketball watching. Pepsi, the official soft drink of Vanderbilt University. And by First Bank. Money talks and now it cheers. With Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank, you can bank on the Doors every time you pay. First Bank, carry Commodore Pride. Bank local and get more. Member FDIC. Cold shooting for Vanderbilt. 4 out of 14, 0 for 8 from 3. Made both their free throw attempts, those by Tyler Tanner. Nebraska got off to a hot start. 3 of 5 from 3, 6 of 12 overall. They made their only free throw attempt. It feels like Vanderbilt's playing good defense, getting good looks on the offensive end, just not making shots.
Yeah, we're 0 for 8 from the three-point line, but it's not like they've been contested. They've been wide open looks.
Tyler Nichols standing right in front of us. Hash mark right side to throw it in. It is Nickel, Miles, and Tanner, as well as McLaughlin and Okereke, Vanderbilt's original starting 5. Like Littlewood hands him the ball. It goes into Tanner. TT tracked by Lawrence, out behind the three-point line. A touch by McLaughlin, goes back to Tanner. Nickel pops out to take it. Out near the center circle, back to Tanner, 11 to shoot. Vanderbilt deep in the shot clock here, a long way from the basket. Okereke going to work. Gets Berkey in the paint. Drops it down low. McLaughlin trying to take it up. Stripped in a second foul on Cale Jacobson.
Yeah, really nice pass that time by Okereke. He got double teamed and realized that Glock was down there low. And just a nice bounce pass. Good catch. Now you got to make free throws.
This will be a first trip to the foul line for Devin McLaughlin, who is 78% on the season. His 20th double-figure game of the season against McNeese on Thursday. Free throw number 1 is no good. A little strong for a guy who's really shot him well from the foul line. Finished the regular season, top 10 of the SEC in rebounds at just short of 7 per game. This guy's had another really consistent season. 6'7" senior. One more free throw coming up. Vanderbilt down by 6. The second shot is no good. Short that time. Nebraska got the board. Hoiberg, right to left. Tracked by Miles. 16-10 remains the count with Nebraska in front. Down low, wide open, turnaround layup is there.
Well,
somebody lost Frager, and he turned and laid it in.
Well, what happened is they both went after Sanford that time and got mixed up. Frager was wide open underneath, and Hoiberg recognized it.
Midpoint first half. Vanderbilt down by 8. Miles outside after double screens. Okereke at the top. Hesitation dribble. Looks to the left. Nickel comes out to take it. Plays to the right side. Tanner with the catch. 10 on the shot clock. Vanderbilt deep in the timer again. McLaughlin up top with 6 with 5. Now it's Miles with 3 into the lane. Miles puts up a shot. Hard foul. Number 2 to the stripe for 2. Give the foul to Lawrence. His second. That's big for Nebraska. And team foul number 6.
Well, and that's what we can do. We can break them down off the dribble. They're not quick enough to guard us off the dribble. And if we take our time, and that's exactly what Duke did right there. He just didn't get in a hurry.
Duke Miles looking for his first points of the day after scoring 12 with 3 assists on Thursday. Free throw attempt number 1 is on target. Part of the SEC All-Tournament team. Tied a career high in assists against Arkansas in that game last Sunday, which feels like it was about 2 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
One more coming up for Miles. Turns loose the second, and he got them both. He has been fantastic from the foul line. In the SEC and NCAA tournaments, he is now 22 of 22 and 29 of 29 over the last 5+ games. Boy, almost a steal of midcourt, a little mix-up. Lawrence got it before Tanner could pick it off. Lawrence now being pressured. He pivots, trying to find a teammate. Goes to Berkey. Jumps up to take it, guarded closely by McLaughlin. 10 on the shot clock for Nebraska. Here is Frager, turned around, now going baseline against Okereke. Frager pinned down there with 2 with 1, flips it outside. They are going to run out of time. 30 good seconds of defense by Vanderbilt, getting the shot clock violation. The Commodores get it, and Nebraska brings subs as Jacobson and Mast return.
Yeah, really solid defense that time by Vanderbilt. And again, now what you've got to do is you got to get into your half-court offense. You got to be patient. You're going to get looks.
Tanner slowly on the bounce. No pressure from Nebraska. A big change from what we saw on Thursday. 18-12. Vanderbilt trails. Got 9 minutes to play in the first half. Miles outside off a McLaughlin pick and a kick ball by Nebraska. It was Jacobson out pressuring. Shot clock goes back to 20 with 9:01 to go.
Well, I think Duke Miles needs to break Jacobson down off the dribble. Just isolate him and let him go.
Commodore ball with Tanner. To Okereke. Handoff Nickel. Goes over to the left side. They weave to the three-point line to get an open look.
Yeah.
And Tanner cans a 3. TT on the big stage. He has looked very comfortable. 18-15. Vanderbilt trims it to 3. Hoiberg reverses outside. Mast, long one. Good. Goodness sakes.
He's on fire now. I'm telling you, the guy can stroke it from the perimeter now.
Only 31% of the season. He has made 3 3-pointers in the first half. 21-15 Nebraska. Huskers are 4 out of 6. Miles on the right goes to Okereke. Moves it left for Nickel. Nickel trying to drop it off in the left corner to Okereke. Jumping up to deflect it out of play with Sam Hoiberg. Vanderbilt with 15 on shot clock will throw it back in. Nickel will do the honors. Doug Schals will handle the ball near the Nebraska bench of Coach Fred Hoiberg. Safety man Tanner, other side of midcourt, brings it back across. Pay attention to the shot clock here. McLaughlin sets a pick. Tanner works to the right, stops the dribble, goes to Nickel, puts it on the deck, pulls up, free throw line jumper off the heel, no good. Jumping up, trying to grab the rebound, McLaughlin. He got it, and a foul on Nebraska.
Yeah, I think that was on Hoiberg right there. He got up underneath him.
Hoiberg's first. That's only 6 for Nebraska. I had 1 too many on Jacobson. But now Vanderbilt after this will be in the bonus for the remaining 8:02 of the first half. Okereke and McLaughlin go out of the game as Bing and Washington re-enter.
Well, you're going to have the ball on the baseline right here, so.
Berkey goes in to replace Sanford for the Huskers.
And now the Huskers have 2 bigs in at the same time.
Tanner, right baseline, down low, slam! There is Jalen Washington for 2. Commodores execute their inbounds play. 21-17, and Hoiberg's going to call a timeout. Vanderbilt brought some pressure after that dunk. They'll spend the timeout. They will take us to the media break with 7:54 to play in the first half. 21-17, Vanderbilt trails against Nebraska. We'll be right back on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
This is head coach Mark Bington, and you're listening to Commodore Men's Basketball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Anchor down.
Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios. Jonah Weintraub here with two quick score updates from across the bracket. First in the West, 11 seed Texas upsets number 3 Gonzaga by a 74-68 final score. That game in Portland, so more or less a home game for the Zags, but they fall in the round of 32. The Longhorns advanced to the Sweet 16 after having to play in the first 4 just a few days ago. And then meanwhile in Greenville, South Carolina, Illinois, the 3 seed in our South region, up 43-30 on the 11 seed VCU with about 17 minutes to go in the second half. Now let's send it back to OKC, or more like Lincoln South, with Kevin and Tim. Guys?
Yeah, thanks, Jonah. It is sort of like Lincoln South. Big partisan Nebraska crowd, but quite a few Commodore fans down to our left wearing the black and gold. Commodores trailed 21-17 against the Huskers. We've got 7:54 to go in the first half. Vanderbilt basketball brought to you by Vanderbilt Health, the exclusive healthcare provider of Vanderbilt Athletics. Tim Tyler Tanner's been fantastic so far.
Yeah, it's 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from the three-point line, and you look on the other side, Rick Mast is 3 of 4, 3 of 3 from the three-point line, and he's 6'10", stepping out and knocking down three-pointers.
He has 3 of their 4 from distance. In play, it goes to Jacobson. Gives Miles a little shove. Vanderbilt a little bit of zone pressure, but Huskers make it across. Hoiberg plays a point. Berkey has it out at the three-point line. It's Washington guarding on this trip. Hooks a pass. Jacobson on the left. Intercepted. Tanner read that one all the way. Jumped the pass and got the steal. TT front court. Vanderbilt down by 4. Tanner backs off. Hash mark left side. Cross-court pass. It goes to Miles. 7.5 to go in the first half. Miles stops a dribble. Looking to make a post entry. Nothing there. Washington has it. Goes to Tanner on the left. They really get help on him. Tanner trying to go to work. Steps back. Rainbow 3. No good off the heel. Washington gets to the rebound. Great play by Jay Wash. Offensive board gives the Commodores another try. Now it's Miles trying to turn the paint. He stops, takes a jumper, pops out, no good. Knocked down, and Nebraska has it this time. Good looks. Couldn't connect. Frager got to the loose ball. Jacobson right to left for Nebraska. Stops at the top of the arc. Goes to Mast. Holds the ball at the three-point line. Bing guarding. Dumps down low, layup good. That was a nice pass, and Frager scores. Seen him hit a couple at close range. 23-17 Nebraska.
Well, what they do is they cut off Mast, and he just uses his big body to screen him off.
6.5 to play in the first half. Tanner to the left. It's Washington. Well behind the three-point line. Hands off to Tanner. Now to the left corner, caught by Miles, saves it in, goes to Bing, down the middle, shovels it off, and another two-hand jam. There's Jay Wash one more time.
You make that extra pass, and then you penetrate off the perimeter and drive it to the basket. They've got to have help on you.
23-19. Jacobson on drive, pushed off a defender. Now Hoiberg moves it left. Krieger taking the baseline, trying to dump it in traffic. Berkey recovers, left to the paint. Out of the three-point arc, hands off Mast. Pressured by Washington. Right up on it, bounce past Berkey. He has Bing behind him. with 5, with 4, turns baseline, fakes and lays it in. They got Bing to go for the fake. Bington by Bington has 5 first-half points, 25-19 Nebraska, under 6 to go. Tanner to the left wing. It is Miles with a catch. Looks, now uses a dribble. Into the paint he goes. Leans in, trying to make a hook pass. Knocked down and stolen. Hoiberg made the play for Nebraska. Hoiberg outside, crossing over. Now to the left. Mass for another 3. Not this time. Bounces no good. Bington trying to get to the rebound. Washington was there. They'll award the ball to Nebraska. And a new 20 on the shot clock.
Well, what Duke Miles has to do on that penetration right there is he's got to pull up in the middle of the lane. He over-penetrated right there and created the turnover.
Bryce Sanford has returned to the Nebraska lineup. Got to keep an eye on number 21 in the cream and red uniforms. Sanford trying to get open. It's Hoiberg on the right. Goes to Bington out at the three-point line. Bing guards. Sanford takes a high pass out near midcourt. Bing guarding. Sanford driving on the right. Turned away. Takes a fadeaway. It's good.
That's a tough shot right there. That's
really was.
Good defense, better offense.
27-19. Nebraska's moved back in front by 8. McLaughlin to Tanner. Bington coming out to guard. Tanner driving past him into the lane. Flips it outside. Okereke reels in the pass. AK puts him on the floor, plays to the right. Now it's Bing popping out straight away to travel as he put it on the floor. Vanderbilt turns it over again.
He got sped up a little too much, and what Nebraska's doing, they're basically playing a matchup zone defense is what they're doing. So you're going to have to go a little more one-on-one from the perimeter.
27-19. Vanderbilt trails. We've got just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. 4 turnovers for the Commodores. Nebraska has 6. Vanderbilt leads in points off turnover 7-5. Hoiberg, pressure by Tanner, another steal. Tanner, quick hands, racing to the other end. Mass trying to get back. Tanner jams! Get you some of that. How about TT for a slam? Goodness. 27-21. 13 for Tanner in the first half. I didn't know how that was going to go. Hoiberg streaks down the lane, flips up a shot, rolls off no good. Foul on McLaughlin, his second. Wow. On the other end, goodness.
I thought Mass was going to get there, and Tanner just flushed it right on him before he could have a chance to block it.
Well, that was the play of the game so far. Tanner has 13, but Nebraska gets free throws with Hoiberg going to the stripe. 74% on the season. He's a 6-foot guard, but led the team in rebounds against Troy with 9. 27-21, make it 28-21. Free throw's good. Hoiberg's first point.
Well, you can tell he's a coach's kid. And he's a little bit gassed right now. And he's grabbing his jersey saying, I need to sub.
Yeah, Jacobson's ready to go in if he hits the second free throw. McLaughlin checked out for Vanderbilt with Tyler Nickel returning to the lineup. 4:21 to go in the first half. 28-21. Nebraska, they've led all the way so far. Free throw's good. Hoiberg connects twice. Jacobson in to replace him. Washington, Tanner, Bing, Nickel, and Okereke, the 5 for the Commodores, down by 8. Been a tough first half. Nebraska is led by as many as 10. Ball rolls. Tanner picks it up. He has been the bright spot for the Commodores. Tanner using a screen. Bounce pass. Nickel moves it to the left corner. Okereke deep in that corner as a dribble. Passes to Tanner, cutting down the paint. Turns around. Fade away. No good. Off the front rim. Tipped and controlled by Nebraska. Sanford got it. Here comes Frager. Full head of steam. Streaking down the left side. Lays it in. Got to stop the ball. Vanderbilt didn't. Frager has 8. 31-21. The lead grows to 10. Commodores facing a double-figure deficit. Bing outside. Goes to Okereke. Launches. 3. Yes! Okereke sits down the crowd with a 3-ball. First bank 3. Gets Vanderbilt back within 7, 31-24.
And he's got to start stepping up and knocking down shots here.
Here's Frager on a cut. On the left side. Put it up. Blocked by Okereke. Nickel has it. Vanderbilt has numbers. Nickel pitches to the left wing. Tanner trying to split defenders and is fouled by Mast. Commodores hit the gas when they get those turnovers. Trying to beat him back down the court. Trailing by 7 with 3:25 to go in the first half. Media break. Commodores will be at the stripe when we come back. Vanderbilt basketball in the second round of the NCAA tournament in OKC. We'll continue after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play.
Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOFANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
This is Commodore soccer coach Darren Ambrose, and this is Vanderbilt men's basketball. Anchor down.
Well, the Commodores have been anchored down here in Oklahoma City all week, trying to make it 2 wins and as many tries in this second-round matchup against Nebraska. Vanderbilt, the number 5 seed. The Cornhuskers, the number 4 seed. 31-24, Vandy trails. Got 3.5 minutes to play in half number 1. Vanderbilt basketball brought to you by Modelo. It is brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Quick team stat update. Nebraska has shot it well. 12 of 20 for 60%. 4 of 7 from 3. Made all 3 of their foul shots. Vanderbilt, 9 out of 23 overall. 2 of 11 on first bank threes. 4 out of 6 from the foul line. Rebounds 13-10 for Nebraska. Cornhuskers have turned it over 7 times to 4 for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt leads in points off turnovers 9-5. Points in the paint, 14 each. Leading scorer, Tyler Tanner with 13. Mast has 9, Frager with 8 for Nebraska.
Well, we've got to do a better job. You know, you have Frager drive the basketball completely down the floor. We didn't turn him. We didn't stop him, and he basically shot a layup. So we've got to do a better job defensively. But at the same time, we got to, in our half-court offense, we have to break people down off the dribble. What they're doing is they're switching everything at the perimeter, and when Tyler Tanner gets on Mast or Bikendow, he's got to just take him off the dribble and see if he can get around. And once the penetration happens, then Nebraska, the defense sucks in, and that's when you got to be able to spray the ball to the perimeter for an open look from the 3.
It'll be 1-1 for Vanderbilt coming out of the timeout. The lineup consisting of Okereke and Washington, as well as Nickel, Miles, and Tyler Tanner. He's hit a 3. He's had 2 free throws. He's had a spectacular dunk or 2. All in a day's work for the honorable mention All-American and first-team All-SEC performer, who's at the line for one of the bonus with 3:25 to go. Wipes the hand on the trunks and hits the free throw to earn the bonus shot. TT on the season, 86%. 3 out of 3 tonight with 1 more to go. This packed house here in Oklahoma City. The Paycom Center holds 18,000. Watching 2 really good teams do battle for a spot in the Sweet 16. Second free throw's good. 2 for 2, 31-26. Nebraska by 5. It is Jacobson right to left. Picked up on Miles. Wraparound bounce pass goes to Mast at the center circle. Continues on the dribble out at the three-point arc. Hands it off Sanford. Toes on the three-point line. Poked away. Out to midcourt. Rescued by Mast with 10 to shoot. Sanford shoves off. Takes a 3. It's good. Wow. Sanford hits one from the left wing. 34-26 Nebraska.
Well, he just took jab step, drove Jalen Washington back. He was a little off balance and then just dropped the three-pointer right in his face.
Sanford, 40% from 3. Miles trying to make a tough finish. Flips it up on the left side. Wouldn't go on the reverse layup. Foul on Nebraska. It will be on Mast, his first. And that is 8 for the Huskers in the first half with 2:44 to play. And Miles gets 2. Down by 8. Vanderbilt, 34-26. And Sanford is one of those guys. He's been quiet for a whole lot of the half. Hit a tough 2-point shot, and then he makes a tough 3. I mean, he's one of those dudes, every shot looks like it's going in.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he can score in bunches.
Miles, free throw is good. Barely touched on that delivery. Graduate student from Montgomery, Alabama, all-tournament team in the SEC. Game number 144 tonight, closing out on 1,800 career points. Spins the ball. Up again, good again. Bing will check into the Vanderbilt lineup. He's going to replace Washington, a bit smaller group here for the Commodores, trailing 34-28 with 2:44 to play. See if we get some stops to get a little closer before halftime here. Well, the way things have gone, only down by 6, almost a steal. Nickel gambling for it, and then he knocks down Sanford on the way down. Nickel landed on top of him, and again, tempers cranking up a little bit. I don't think there was much, as far as anything intentional right there. They just got tangled up in a play right in front of us. Nickel's first foul. Vanderbilt's been called for 6. Well, now they're going to go to the replay monitor. Nickel gambled for a steal on the pass, and then trying to recover as Sanford brought it down, he fell over the top of him. Both players went to the floor.
Well, the only thing I can say is when he went over the top of him, Tyler Nickel's shoe hit Sanford, I think, in the back of the head right there, and but again, that was just part of, I think that's just part of a play, but again, they review everything, so.
34-28 is the count. Nebraska leads. We've got 2:41 to play in the first half. The Huskers have made 7 of their last 9 field goal attempts. They've shot 62% here in the first half. Vanderbilt only 39%.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Kevin, really, you look where we are. We're only down 6 with 2:41 left. We're lucky to only be down 6 the way that Nebraska has shot the basketball.
They have been so efficient offensively in these first 2 games in this tournament. And now Doug Schau is talking to the table. What are they saying? Well, let's see if we can pick up.
Call on the floor stands is called.
All right.
Common foul number 5, Vanderbilt.
All right, so a common foul on Nickel. No flagrant one or anything. Nebraska will get the ball out of bounds. It has gotten a little chippy a couple times. But again, on that play, there was nothing malicious by Nickel. He just sort of fell over the top of him trying to recover after gambling for a steal.
I mean, they just got their feet tangled up, so.
Cale Jacobson standing in front of us to throw it in for Nebraska. Going to flip it over to Sanford. He will bring it across. They list him at a forward, but he's more of a 2-guard who can stroke it from anywhere. Sanford going to the right off a high screen. Got it to Hoiberg, who's back in. Tanner comes up to guard. Tanner goes under a screen. Hoiberg stops his dribble. Flips it all the way right side. Caught by Frager. Rises up, shoots a 3. That's no good. Vanderbilt trying to box out Nickel and Mast. They're going to call Mast for his second foul. Trying to get around Nickel to get to the rebound. 1-1 for Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and that's going to be free throws again here. That was a solid box out.
Clock stopped with 2:19 to play. 34-28, and Tyler Nickel for 1 in the bonus. Team foul number 9 whistled against Nebraska in the first half. T-Nick at the foul line looking for his first point, and he got it. Free throw's good. 86% on the season for the junior from Harrisonburg, Virginia. One more coming up, and he can't make the second. Pops out no good. Bing trying to get to the rebound and call for a foul. Looking to knock it away from Frager. Bing gets his first, and now Nebraska will have 1-1. Well, Nickel doesn't miss many free throws. That one popped out, and now the Huskers will have 1 in the bonus on the other end. 34-29. It's a 5-point game with Nebraska in front and number 5 for the Huskers at the line. It's Frager. He's a good free throw shooter at 81%. This guy, Tim, he's been an impact player off the bench in this game.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that, kind of a garbage player, but he knows how to score the basketball and he plays tough defense.
He was the 6th man of the year in the Big Ten, all freshman as well. The first individual award winner for Nebraska since they joined the Big Ten back in the 11-12 season. Frager 1-1, shoots a free throw. It's no good. That could have been another foul on Nebraska with Leo Curtis in the game. So empty trip as Frager missed the front end of the 1 in the bonus.
Well, let's see if you can get a good half-court opportunity right here.
Miles straight away. Jacobson trying to knock it loose. Good screen, Okereke. Miles down the right lane line. Hook past the left corner. Tanner for 3. No good. Kicks to the near side. Frager got the miss.
Boy, you had a wide open look right there.
Almost thrown away. Hoiberg goes over to get it. He gets a pass to Frager. They get it across with 2 seconds to spare. We got 1:47 to play in the first half. Frager to the right, caught by Jacobson. delivers to Frager near the midcourt stripe. Guarded by Okereke. Lowers the shoulder. Tangled up with Okereke. He deals for a slam. Everybody stopped. I think they thought they heard a whistle, and Curtis jams. That's a tough exchange. 36-29. Double screens, trying to free up Tanner. Goes to the right. Vandy down by 7. Left side. Miles for 3. No good. Long rebound. Okereke hangs on at the free throw line. Kicks it to Tanner. TT with a pass fake. Continues on the dribble. Goes to Okereke. Okereke against Jacobson with him on his hip now. Kicks it up top. Goes to Nickel. Open 3. Get in there. Oh, yeah! Nickel connects on a first bank 3.
Well, an offensive rebound resulted in a three-pointer right there.
A minute to play in the first half, 36-32. Vandy down by 4. Careful not to foul. Sanford trying to sell the contact. Hits a 3.
Wow.
Stopped and just threw it in from the top of the key. That guy's unconscious.
And he was off balance on that play right there.
39-32. Miles looking for Okereke. Deflected pass got its way to AK. Nickel outside. Okereke on the right. Differential about 16 seconds. Left corner. Catch and drive by Tanner. Backs off of the wing. Wide pass to Nickel near midcourt. 10 to shoot. Miles on the left. Rises up for 3. No good. Rebound. It goes to Nebraska. Jacobson got it. They can hold for the last shot.
Well, I tell you what, that was a wide open look right there by Duke.
Vanderbilt 3 out of 15 from 3 in the first half. Hoiberg outside. Pressured by Tanner with 9 seconds to play in the half. Hoiberg back and forth driving. Nickel got him as he drove in. Hooks a pass to the corner. Shot fake Frager with 2, with 1. Flips it up. No good. Vanderbilt gets a stop as the first half comes to a close. Nebraska by 7, 39-32.
Well, I will say this right now. We're down 7, and we did not play very well in the first half. We didn't shoot the basketball very well, and we're fortunate to be where we are. I think we need to come out. We start knocking down shots. This game will be different.
Only 3 out of 15 on first bank threes in the first half. Nebraska went 6 out of 10 and shot 60% overall. So we are at the intermission in Oklahoma City. 39-32. Vandy down by 7 at the break. We'll take a timeout. Sit at Jonah Weintraub inside our Learfield Network studios. He'll take a lap around the brackets when we come back. The Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's Spring Savings event is kind of like sunshine. The deals are glowing, dazzling, tempting to stare directly at in awe. And with prices like these, looking away's a real challenge. You can get 40% off kitchen appliances, teas for just $7.99 and more, plus an extra 50% off clearance. Yep, Kohl's Spring Savings are looking bright. Shop them at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offers end March 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans. And as the official bank of Vanderbilt Athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When 2 historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Today's game is sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com.
Are you looking for more chances to try out your victory dances? The multiplayer instant games from the Tennessee Lottery feature chances to win up to $1 million. That means you could be minutes away from the Shelbyville Shuffle, the Chattanooga Cha-Cha, the Memphis Mambo, or maybe even the Tri-Cities Two-Step. The multiplayer instant games only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly. Or maybe the Bucksnort Boogie. What about the Nashville Nene? The Paris Pas de Dieu.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time.
Pizza deserves Pepsi.
"20 minutes are in the books. Welcome to the Halftime Show. Halftime coverage of Vanderbilt basketball is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat. Coming up, we'll break down the first half with stats and analysis. But first, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard as we head to the network studios.
Through one half in OKC, Vanderbilt hanging tough with Nebraska in the 4-5 game of the South region. The Doors trail 39-32 after being down double figures. Welcome back inside the network studios, everyone. Jonah Weintraub here with some updates from across the tournament scoreboard. But before we get to those, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. All right, let's start with a pair of 3 versus 11 matchups. And first in Portland, the West's 3 seed was upset. Gonzaga falls to 11 seed Texas 74-68. And this the second consecutive season the Zags have lost in the round of 32. But before that, GU had made the Sweet 16 9 times in a row between 2015 and 2024. Mark Few's squad, though, bounced by the Longhorns. Then in our region, 3 seed Illinois is out in front of 11 seed VCU 63-42 at the under 8 timeout in the second half. Illini trying to put away a Rams squad that just had the largest March Madness comeback since 2018 a few days ago against UNC. VCU clawed back from 19 down against the Tar Heels. Going to need some more of that today if they want to keep their season alive. And out in Portland again, 4 seed Arkansas is up by 1, 14-13 on 12 seed High Point with 12:30 to go in the first half. The Panthers, the lowest remaining seed in the tournament field, but Hawks coach John Calipari knows that you can't underestimate anyone in the Big Dance. He's been around long enough to know that.
They shoot a few more threes than we do. They're really aggressive. They'll attack the glass. They offensive rebound. They get so many 50-50 balls and 50-50 rebounds. It's not only going to be tough on our guards, we're going to have to get long rebounds, and bigs are going to have to know that you can't just walk under when they're shooting threes, because the only one you're going to rebound is the one that goes through.
So far, after that high praise, his squad up by 1 against the Panthers. Now to some final scores, and in case you missed today's earlier results, we'll run through those region by region, starting with the only game in the Midwest where top seed Michigan hammered 9 seed St. Louis 95-72. This was the win number 33 on the year for the Wolverines, which ties their 2018 national runner-up squad for the single-season program record. Then in the East, 3 seed Michigan State continued a big day for the Big Ten as they matched their in-state rival with a 77-69 win over 6 seed Louisville in Buffalo. MSU headed to its 17th Sweet 16 under Tom Izzo. In that same Eastern Quadrant, top-ranked Duke used a late surge to beat 9 seed TCU 81-58. ACC Player of the Year Cam Boozer did a little bit of everything in the win for the Blue Devils. The freshman had 19 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals, his 21st double-double of his freshman season. And lastly, back in our South region, 2 seed Houston crushed 10 seed A&M right before our game in OKC 88-57. Cougars went on a 21-4 run over the final 7:45 of the first half. Never looked back in that one. And on the diamond in Starkville, a final update from Vanderbilt baseball. The Vandy boys fall at Mississippi State. Number 6 Bulldogs take that one 7-2 in 9 innings against the Doors. Vanderbilt now 2-3 in SEC play. They'll look to salvage that series and avoid the sweep tomorrow back in Stark Vegas. But that's all the scores from the March Madness bracket today, and we're about to send it right back to OKC after a quick break. Kevin and Tim will be right back with the first half stats from the Paycom Center, and it's coming up right after this. You're listening to Vanderbilt Basketball from Learfield.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat.
The Donut Den is proud to serve fresh baked items in and around Nashville. Start your day with sunshine by visiting their location on Hillsborough Pike and enjoy some of their delicious items like donuts, pastries, muffins, croissant donuts, fritters, fresh brewed coffee, and more. All items are baked fresh daily on site. To start your day off with sunshine, make sure to visit the Donut Den at 3900 Hillsborough Pike or call 385-1021. That's 385-1021. The Donut Den, proud to serve Nashville.
Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a quote today at progressivecommercial.com.
The Eagles present The Long Goodbye, Act 3, live in concert in Nashville. With special guest Tedeschi Trucks Band. First Bank Stadium at Vanderbilt, Saturday, May 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The Eagles, The Long Goodbye, Act 3. For more, visit eagles.com.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield, under the broadcasting rights granted by Vanderbilt University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Vanderbilt University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Vanderbilt University.
Halftime here in Oklahoma City. Vanderbilt trailing Nebraska 39-32 here in this second round matchup in the NCAA Tournament South Region for 2026. Kevin Ingram and Tim Thompson, let's take you through your first half numbers. Vanderbilt was 10 out of 27 for 37%, only 3 out of 15 on first bank threes, 9 of 12 from the foul line. Nebraska shot 60%, 15 out of 25, 6 of 10 from the three-point line, and 3 out of 4 from the stripe. Rebounds dead even at 15. Turnovers 7 for Nebraska, 4 for Vanderbilt. Commodores led in points off turnovers 9-5. Offensive rebounds 5 for Vanderbilt, leading to 7 second chance points. Tim, that's been something that's actually helped Vanderbilt in the first half.
Yeah, we've gotten some decent offensive rebounds, but once again, you look at where we are. Tyler Tanner has 15 points, but Tyler Nickel, A.K. Okereke, Duke Miles are a combined 2 for 14. And then Devin McLaughlin has no points. So you've got 4 guys that are basically starters that have not helped Tyler Tanner. You got to step up in the second half, and you got to make shots, or we're not going to win this basketball game.
Yeah, we talked about scoring distribution. That was something Vanderbilt did so well in that win a week ago today against Florida, and you got to have more people helping out. I mean, Tanner's been spectacular, but just like you said, you got to have more help.
Well, it's 39-32 right now, and Jay Wash has come in, and he's 3 for 3. He's got 6 points. But, again, we're lucky to only be down 7 based on the way that Nebraska played and as inefficient as our half-court offense has been.
Bench scoring 10-6 in favor of Nebraska. Points in the paint, 16-14 for the Huskers. Fast break points, 4-2 for Vanderbilt. Commodores have the only block. 4 steals for Vandy, 3 for Nebraska in the first half. 10 assists for the Huskers on 15 buckets. Vanderbilt has 6 assists on their 10 baskets. Nebraska has led all the way. They were up by 10 early. They led by 10 a couple different times. So 39-32 the count at the half. They're led in scoring by Mast, who hit 3 threes and scored 9 points. The 6'10 senior from the Netherlands. And Tyler Tanner, as we talked about, he has 15 points in the first half to go with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Played 19 of the 20 minutes in half number 1. Vanderbilt trailing against Nebraska. Second round matchup, 39-32. More halftime coming up from OKC on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's Spring Savings event is kind of like sunshine. The deals are glowing, dazzling, tempting to stare directly at in awe. And with prices like these, looking away is a real challenge. You can get 40% off kitchen appliances, teas for just $7.99 and more, plus an extra 50% off clearance. Yep, Kohl's Spring Savings are looking bright. Shop them at Kohl's and Kohls.com. Select styles, offers end March 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Nashville, there's a new way to cheer on the Commodores. Jackalope Brewing Company is proud to brew Conquer and Prevail Pale Ale, Vanderbilt's craft beer collaboration with Jackalope Brewing Company. Stop by Memorial Gymnasium, the Jackalope Brewing Company tap room, or your favorite local beer store and ask for Conquer and Prevail. Crafted in Nashville, built for good times. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus.
You're listening to Vanderbilt Basketball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
At the intermission here at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Vanderbilt trying to figure out how to flip the script in the second half, trailing Nebraska 39-32, the second round NCAA tournament matchup with the winner going to the Sweet 16 to play against the winner of Florida and Iowa, and that game will be next Thursday, so hopefully the Commodores can come off the mat here and get to Houston and keep this season going. It's been so magical, both these teams with 27 wins coming in. Brings us to our Martin and Zerfas halftime adjustments. Tim, how does Vanderbilt turn things around in half number two?
Well, we've got to do a better job in our half-court offense. What Nebraska's doing is they're switching everything, and we've got to get isolated, and we got to start going one-on-one. A.K. Okereke has had some wide-open looks that he needs to knock down. Same thing with Duke Miles. Duke Miles has to step up and help us in the second half offensively.
What about on the other end for Vanderbilt defensively? Nebraska, I mean, they've made some tough shots. It felt like at times, though, Vanderbilt played some pretty good half-court defense.
We have, and you know what Nebraska does is they go deep into the shot clock, and they're very disciplined. They cut hard, they set good screens, and their big guys are good passers from the elbow, from the top of the circle. So you've got to do a good job of putting pressure on those passers so they don't have easy looks.
Our halftime adjustments brought to you by Martin and Zerfas. Let them create a comprehensive insurance plan for you and your family, even your business, at competitive prices. Martin and Zerfas, the no-problem people. Few program notes. Our women's basketball team a winner tonight at Memorial in their first-round game against High Point. They defeated High Point 102-61, so they'll play on Monday against the Illinois-Colorado winner. They're playing right now. As Jonah mentioned, Vanderbilt baseball fell to Mississippi State 7-2. They'll play again tomorrow afternoon to close out that series down in Starkville. Andrew Allegretto will be on the call there. The Predators, they continue to play well. Big win against Vegas today at home, 4-1. And they have moved into the second wild card spot in the Western Conference. They'll play again tomorrow at Chicago Sunday at 2 o'clock. Our buddy Max Hers, the whole crew will have the story from Chicago tomorrow on 102.5 The Game. We'll take a break, come back with the second half. Vanderbilt and Nebraska. Commodores down 39-32. The second round matchup at the intermission. Be right back on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat.
With a good retirement strategy, nothing is out of bounds. But without one, you risk penalties you didn't see coming. Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common financial fouls, and more. If retirement's your next play, this class sets the formation. Save your spot at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. Vanderbilt is not a client. See website for disclosures. Go Commodores.
Warm-ups in progress for half number 2. Vanderbilt down 39-32 against Nebraska in this 4-5 matchup in the NCAA Tournament South Region. The winner going to the Sweet 16. Vanderbilt hoping it will be the Commodores to play next Thursday against either Florida or Iowa. Game down in Houston at the Toyota Center as we get ready for the second half of action. Vanderbilt defeated McNeese in the first round, 78-68 back on Thursday. Great performance by Tyler Tanner in that game, 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he has 15 to lead everybody in this game so far. Vanderbilt's first tournament win since 2012, and again, trying to reach the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2007 and make it for the 7th time in program history. The second straight NCAA tournament and 17th total for Vanderbilt. Nebraska, they made their own history back on Thursday. They won their first ever tournament game after 8 losses dating back 40 years to 1986. They defeated Troy 76-47. They played great in that game and put a good first half here in shooting 60%, going 6 out of 10 from 3. Vanderbilt 37% in the first half, 3 of 15 on first bank three-pointers. So almost ready for half number 2. Meeting 8 overall between these programs. Dating back to 1955, Vanderbilt has gone 5-2. First time they met in the postseason, the first time they've met since 2010. Official Doug Schals, AJ Desai, Mike Littlewood with Evan Burrows, the standby. Well, Tim, 20 minutes to the Sweet 16 for one of these teams. We hope it'll be Vanderbilt, but again, a few things that have to go a whole lot better in the second half.
Well, we've got to be more efficient in our half-court offense. That's one thing. And we can't make mistakes defensively on Sanford. But again, it's our possession coming out. So we're going to get the first possession coming out, and we're going to have to, like I said, we're going to have to be pretty solid in our offensive game because you don't want to get deep behind against a team like Nebraska because, you know, they can take deep into the shot clock, and they're really efficient with their half-court offense.
Two terrific coaches, Mark Byington for Vanderbilt, Fred Hoiberg in his 7th year leading the Nebraska program. Family ties there for a guy who's the Big Ten Coach of the Year. And you talk about Bryce Sanford, really had been quiet for a whole lot of the first half, had been on the bench some, and then he comes in and just starts tossing in three-pointers from everywhere, ended up with 8 points.
Well, you know, and he's one of those guys who's just a natural shooter. I mean, you could get him out of bed in the morning, and he'd start knocking down shots. That's just the way he is, and there are certain guys like that. You know, Tyler Nickel, you know, when he's shooting the basketball well, I mean, he's one of those guys, too, that, you know, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and he's got to step up along with A.K. Okereke and Duke Miles for us to have a chance here in the second half.
Vanderbilt's original starting unit on the court of Miles and Tanner, Nickel, Okereke, and McLaughlin. And Nebraska has its starting unit, Hoiberg, Bayun-Tunsel, Lawrence, Sanford, and Mast. Nickel to throw it in right at midcourt. Big crowd, most of them wearing Nebraska colors. The majority anyway. A lot of black and gold clad Commodore fans over to our left, and we are underway in half number 2. Tanner outside, hard screen by McLaughlin. Tanner down the paint, lays it up, rolls off, no good. Would have been an and one. Instead, 2 free throws to number 3.
Well, I thought he had that shot. He was all the way to the rim, and it just caromed off.
Hoiberg gets the foul, his second. And Tanner gets 2 at the stripe, where in the first half he went 4 out of 4. 15 points for the honorable mention All-American performer, First team all-conference, all-tournament in the SEC. Fantastic sophomore year. Free throw pops out, no good. One more coming up. Coming in, he'd gone 29 of 32 over the postseason games, the 5 of them so far. Free throw number 2 is up and good. Vanderbilt has the first point of the second half, 39-33. Nebraska leads, and they have the ball, and Sanford will bring it up left to right. 6'7", really comfortable playing guard. Berkey outside, goes to Mass, turns around, launches 3, no good. Battle on for the rebound, McLaughlin claims it. Hand off to Miles, pushes it ahead. Nickel on the left wing. Okereke, the trailer, goes to Miles. Duke, hook pass, left side. Nickel open for 3.
Yes.
Put it down.
Really nice pass that time by Duke Miles. Penetration, found Nickel on the baseline for a wide open 3.
Commodores within a possession, knocked away at midcourt, 39-36. Okereke trying to get a steal with Mast on the dribble. AK plays him close. And a nickel dimer of a foul called on Vanderbilt's number 10.
Really, you just can't do that far away from the basket. He is no threat out there.
It'll be Nebraska with a new 20 on the shot clock to throw it in near their bench. They move from left to right. Lawrence, a couple first half fouls, bounces into Hoiberg, who has 2 as well. Driving left lane line, scoops and scores. Got in close, and Sam Hoiberg has his first basket. 41-36. Commodores down 5, played just over a minute since halftime. Miles driving in against Mass, kicks it up top. Nickel puts it on the deck, stops, goes left corner. Miles to Okereke, out of the stripe. AK trying to drive in, lost the handle. Regathers, goes to the right. Tanner on the move, pulls up, takes a jumper. Falls off, no good. Offensive rebound, McLaughlin kicks it out. Miles for 3, it's no good. Rebound, Nebraska, Sanford. Good looks, not knocking them in.
Just wide open looks, Kevin, and we just can't knock them down.
I feel like rushing a little bit at times, too. Down by 5, 41-36, a minute and a half played since halftime. Sanford moves in, scoops off the window, pops out, no good, knocked down. Nickel and McLaughlin, it's Glock for the board.
And you don't normally think that Price Sanford's going to take that kind of a shot.
Tanner outside, little confusion defensively. He gets in the lane, weaving around defenders, lays it up too strong, tipped, and Nebraska has the rebound. It's Berkey.
Well, I thought Tanner got fouled on that play.
It kind of looked like it. Lawrence outside. Mass goes to Berkey, well behind the three-point arc. They have Tanner on him. Now they lob down low. Mass with the catch. Okereke recovers. Mass turns around. Jump hook. No good. Rebound. Glock claims another one. Berkey hit the deck trying to sell a foul. Didn't happen. Vanderbilt has numbers. Miles to Tanner. He has a trailer. Bounced low. McLaughlin put it up short. Foul on Nebraska. This may be a third for Hoiberg. Nope, I think it's going to be on Lawrence, and that will be his third. Team second.
Well, what you got to do now, you got the rebound, and you had numbers. You were 5 on 4. We did a really good job of recognizing it, but you got to make free throws now.
McLaughlin missed 2 back in the first half. Let's see if this other basket works a little bit better. 17:42 to go. Vanderbilt down by 5, 41-36. McLaughlin turns it loose, and it rolls no good. Boy, tough time to have a tough night at the stripe. He shot it so well throughout the season. 78%, but 0 for 3 in this game. McLaughlin has one more. Trying to make it 1 out of 2. Bounces no good.
Well, you can't win basketball games if you don't shoot free throws well.
And that's an area where Vanderbilt has excelled throughout this season. 10 of 16 tonight from the stripe. Hoiberg outside. Miles stays above a screen. Hoiberg trying to turn the corner. Into the lane, lays it up. Blocked. It was McLaughlin. Vanderbilt has numbers going the other way. Right to left. Miles stops to the top. Hesitation dribble. Bounce down low. Pin beneath the basket. Nice pass. It goes to Washington. Kicks it out. Nickel to Miles for 3. It's no good. But it's the rebound to Washington. He goes to Tanner. TT tripped up. Foul on Sanford. Vanderbilt multiple chances on the offensive glass. Tanner a bit slow getting up. As Miles.
And I think it went knee to knee.
Yeah, I think he did too. He's a little slow. He's walking around. Walking it off. Crowd not happy with the call, but Vanderbilt will take it and get the ball out of bounds. 20 on the shot clock. Down 41-36. 2-minute drought for the black and gold as Nickel will throw it in. Goes in play to Miles, right at the center circle. 5-point deficit. Vandy has trailed the whole night. Miles outside. Berkey gets him on a switch. Duke takes it down left lane line through an interior pass. Flipped outside, and Nebraska's going to get a layup the other way as Lawrence dunks. That didn't turn out so well. The turnover and 2. Nebraska up by 7, 43-36. Tanner on the dribble. Berkey again on a switch. Tanner in the lane. Turns around, goes to Miles. Brought by Hoiberg. Leans in, takes a shot, got it. Duke connects. That's his first basket of the night, 43-38.
Well, he's got to step up and play now.
5 is the deficit with Nebraska in front. Played 3.5 minutes since halftime. Masked outside against McLaughlin. Angling left. Back cut. Layup. Lawrence. That was nice. They lobbed it up there to him. Lawrence came out on the right side and hit the reverse layup. 45-38.
Well, what Nebraska does, they really space the floor really well. And when you've got good passers, big men.
Miles regathers. Right side. Nickel 3. Get in there. Oh, yeah. 3 for T-Nick. His second first bank 3 of the second half. Trims the lead down to 4 for Nebraska, 45-41.
Well, now you got to play better half-court defense here. You can't overplay too much.
Mast outside, guarded by McLaughlin. It's a little shove from Lawrence. Mast hands it off. Sanford out at the top of the key. Pressure by Miles. Bounce past Lawrence. 10 on the shot clock for Nebraska. They're comfortable deep in the timer here. Corner look. Berkey for 3. Got it. Their bigs can really shoot the 3 ball. Berkey hits his second. 48-41.
Well, their bigs have 5 3-pointers.
That's 2 for Berkey to go with 3 for Mast. Miles. Here comes Washington for a screen. Double screen, goes to the right. Fires, 3, trying to answer.
Yes.
In there! 3 for Duke Miles.
Well, maybe you get the lid off a little bit for Duke Miles.
Commodores, 3 of 5 since halftime. 48-44. Near turnover. And Vanderbilt goes get a takeaway.
Yeah, we got
Miles
away
picks
with
up the loose ball.
Got away with a foul right there now.
Nickel front court. Sanford got away with a foul, and they do call it this time. Sanford fouled him 2 different times. Crowd didn't like it, but the foul will go on number 21 for Nebraska.
And
his second, team's 4th.
Fred Hoiberg, he's got a gripe. Now, I will say that because they grabbed Sanford around the waist. Duke Miles grabbed him around the waist, and there was no call, resulted in a turnover.
4 fouls for Nebraska since halftime. 1 for Vanderbilt. The count is 48-44 with 14:55 to play. Vandy trails by 4 in the second round NCAA tournament matchup. Be right back in the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the black and gold. He commands the court, brings spirit to the Memorial Maniacs, and leads the team to anchor down. Ford also has a fan favorite, Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
This responsible gaming message is brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. When you play the lottery, it's important to play responsibly. Know your limit and spend only what you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. And remember, as long as you're having fun, you're always a winner in our book. The Tennessee Lottery is a proud supporter of National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. To learn more about problem gambling resources, visit tnlottery.com.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
This is head coach Mark Bington, and this is Vanderbilt basketball. Go Doors.
48-44. Vanderbilt down 4 against Nebraska. 14:55 to play in Oklahoma City. Round 2 of the NCAA tournament. Commodores have shot it better since halftime, including 3 out of 5 on first bank threes. Vanderbilt basketball is brought to you by Martin and Zerfoss. Let them create a comprehensive insurance plan for you and your family and even your business at competitive prices. Martin and Zerfoss, the no-problem people. Starting to see those three-point looks drop in. You got to shoot better from the free throw line, though.
Yeah, and then you look, we're 10 of 16 from the free throw line, and second half we're 1 for 4. We got to knock down those free throws, but we're shooting the basketball with more confidence in our half-court offense. But, once again, we got to play better defense in our half-court.
One of the things that's really made a difference is the ability of Nebraska's big guys to hit three-pointers. He got masked with 3 of them back in the first half, and Berkey has 1 here in the second half and 2 on the night. That's really helped him.
Well, they're 5 for 7 from the three-point line, and they're not necessarily great three-point shooters, but they are shooting them wide open. That's the one thing.
Yeah, Berkey, Bington, 21%, making 22% from 3 on the season. He's hit a couple of them tonight. Vanderbilt ball after a foul that took us to the break.
Well, you got Tanner out of the game now.
Miles stops his dribble after a couple bounces. Okereke pops out to take it. Guarded by Frager, who was a big player in the first half. Miles wanted to turn into a 3. Nebraska got defenders there. Trying to jab in on the right. Stops along the baseline. Looking to split defenders. Pass to the left corner. Deflected. Nope. Was out of bounds off Vanderbilt. Trying to make that pass along the baseline to Bing in the left corner, and Vanderbilt turns it over.
Well, we over-penetrated right there and got into a double team on the baseline, and Nebraska did a really good job.
Okereke and Bing, as well as Washington, Nickel, and Miles. Those are the 5 for Vanderbilt. Bing trying to fight around a screen by Mast, and they call a foul 40 feet from the basket, and that felt like maybe a little catch-up there. And Bing got hit in the face. Second for Bing, second for Vanderbilt. And Fred Hoiberg came out and talked to the officials after he felt like his guy, Sanford, got fouled before the turnover. Bounce pass, back cut, trying to go to Hoiberg, thrown away. The pass by Frager, too wide. Sails beyond the left baseline, and Vanderbilt gets it on a Nebraska giveaway.
Well, he was wide open on that back cut right there. It was just the pass was too hot.
Vanderbilt has made its last 3 field goal attempts, down by 4, 48-44. Trailed the whole game by double figures a couple of times. Miles sliding to the right. Mast out to help. Now thrown away. Intercepted. Frager got it in the paint. Now to the left corner. It is Lawrence. Team swapping turnovers at this point. Lawrence outside. Washington is there. Cross it goes to Hoiberg. Right side. Frager 3. No good. Bouncing up on the rim. Battle on for the loose ball. Foul on Vanderbilt. And that's probably a good call there. They shove Mast beneath the basket, and Washington gets his second, team's third. Nebraska ball out of bounds. They get a new 20, and Tanner re-enters for Vanderbilt, replacing Miles. 13:51 to play. 48-44. Vanderbilt trailing by 4, trying to get to the Sweet 16. Hoiberg takes the pass, drives, and puts it in.
Yeah, you can't let him do that. That's the smallest guy on the floor.
He popped out.
And you throw the lob to him, and then he takes you to the basket.
Threw the lob out to the free throw line, took it all the way to the hole. Tanner on the right. TT hounded by Lawrence. Cross-court pass. Nickel, catch and release. 3 ball is there. Needed that as Tanner got it to Nickel for a 3. Well, 50-47.
And that's what you've got to do. You got to throw the ball cross-court on Nebraska because they're double-teaming off the dribble.
3-point game, Nebraska in front. Outside it's Mast. Hands off to Frager. Mast setting a pick. Frager going to the right. Washington switches onto him. Hoiberg looking low, nothing there. Frager driving against Okereke, or Washington, I should say, leans in, flips it up to the left. Wild shot, no good. Washington hangs on to the rebound.
Yeah, really nice play that time by Jay Wash. He's a little bit gassed.
Tanner front court. Vanderbilt can tie with a 3 here. Pitch goes back to Tanner. TT hounded by Lawrence, and that is his 4th. Foul on Jamarcus Lawrence with 12:53 to play, and that's huge for Nebraska. He will check out of the game as they bring Cale Jacobson in. 5 for the Huskers in the second half. New 20 for Vanderbilt on the shot clock, down by 3. Washington gets rest. McLaughlin is back in to join Okereke, Bing, Nickel, and the inbounds man, Tyler Tanner, right baseline.
I think they're going to look, after the play was over, Frager hit Tanner in the face, and I think they're going to go to the monitor and look at this. It was extracurricular activity, but he did hit him in the face on purpose, and it was right in front of the official, and the official didn't call anything.
Now, is this a full timeout?
Looks like it because they got the benches out.
Now they're saying, nope, take the benches back. So it won't be a full break. They'll just do a quick review here. 12:53 showing on the clock. 50-47, Nebraska leads.
Well, you feel like Tyler Nickel is starting to heat up a little bit. And when I talk about throwing the ball across court, when you're going on the wing, Nebraska's trying to double you over there. Tyler Tanner did a great job of throwing the basketball all the way across the court to the opposite side. Nebraska is so far over to the side where the dribbler is, they don't have time to recover, and you're going to get a wide-open three-point look if you make a crisp pass to the shooter.
Tyler Nickel up to 13 points, 4 of 8 on first bank threes. See what the verdict is here on this review. Our officials, Doug Shows, A.J. Desai, and Mike Littlewood. They are still at the monitor taking a look. Clock stopped with just under 13 minutes to go. Vanderbilt, again, has been down the whole way, but only a one-possession game at this point.
Well, I thought it was a little bit of a cheap shot after the whistle was already blown. He kind of gave him a shot as he got to the baseline. So
4 of Vanderbilt's 5 second-half baskets have been threes.
Well, that's the great equalizer is the three-pointer.
Nebraska 5 of 11 since the break, 1 of 3 from distance. They have not shot free throws in the second half yet. Vanderbilt is 1 out of 4. Now the officials have finished the replay review, and Doug Shows goes to the table. Doesn't look like it's going to be anything extra.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be common here. I think he's...
Well, it will be Vanderbilt ball out of bounds. After the review. All right, so the common foul on Lawrence stands. Heard Doug Shout there a moment ago. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Vanderbilt. 12:53 to go. Winner goes to Houston for the Sweet 16. Can Vanderbilt do it and keep this magical season going? It's been a lot of fun. Tanner right to the basket to trigger. He is looking, still looking, lobs it outside, goes to Bing. Jumps out to catch it. Guarded by Sanford. Tanner comes out to take it, 15 to shoot. Driving, turned away left side, up top to Bing, now to Nickel. 3-ball for the tie, no good. Okereke got the offensive rebound and was fouled.
It's on Hoiberg, I think.
If it's on Hoiberg, that's his third. Foul stacking up for the Huskers. That's 6.5, so Vanderbilt will be in the bonus for the remaining 12:41.
Well, you had Hoiberg trying to guard or block out A.K. Okereke on the offensive glass.
Another try for Vanderbilt. Tanner triggers into Okereke. Shot fake from three-point land. Takes it down the baseline. Outside to Bing. Cutting in. Back up top. Nickel again. Not this time. Rebound. Knocked down by McLaughlin. Out of bounds. I think it's going to be Nebraska's. It will be. Just couldn't hang on to that offensive rebound. Vanderbilt's been able to get a whole bunch of them.
Well, you had a wide open look again by Tyler Nickel.
Twice Vanderbilt tried to tie it. Couldn't hit the shot. 50-47 stays the count. Nebraska leads. 12.5 to go. Sanford, the guy you really have to locate for this Nebraska team. To be up and in before you know it from three-point land. Sanford sliding to the right. Backs away. Bounce pass. Mast. Head of the circle. Turns around against Nickel. Mast still holding the ball out. Now going to drive. They clear things out. Mast turns around along the baseline. Bing blocked it. Rolls out of play. It's going to stay with Nebraska with 2.2. Chandler Bing arriving from the backside to deflect it. Nice play by the freshman in his first tournament. Commodores take advantage of the stoppage to sneak Jalen Washington into the lineup to replace Nickel.
Well, you're going to have to switch on screens now. And you got to put a lot of pressure on the inbounds passer. You got Jay Wash on the inbounds passer.
Gets the 6-foot Hoiberg. Goes in the corner. 3. Sanford trying to sell contact on the 3. They ran out of time. Shot clock violation, and Vanderbilt gets it. Crowd not thrilled. We got 12 to play, and that will take us to a timeout. 50-47. Commodores have another chance to get even when we come back. A tight second-round matchup in Oklahoma City. 50-47. The Commodores trail Nebraska on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from near field.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
We're taking a 60-second local break. Then more Commodore basketball coverage on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
The Donut Den is proud to serve fresh baked items in and around Nashville. Start your day with sunshine by visiting their location on Hillsborough Pike and enjoy some of their delicious items like donuts, pastries, muffins, croissant donuts, fritters, fresh brewed coffee, and more. All items are baked fresh daily on site. To start your day off with sunshine, make sure to visit the Donut Den at 3900 Hillsborough Pike or call 385-1021. That's 385-1021. The Donut Den, proud to serve Nashville.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Vanderbilt down 50-47 against Nebraska. 12 minutes to play in Oklahoma City at the Pregame Center. NCAA tournament second-round matchup. The winner goes to the Sweet 16. Vanderbilt basketball brought to you by White Claw. They remind you to grab life by the claw. And by the Tennessee Lottery. They're proud to have raised nearly $8 billion to support education programs in the state. Commodores 5 of 11 since halftime, 4 of 8 from 3, 7 of 23 on the night on first bank three-pointers, and 39% overall. Only 10 of 16 from the foul line. Nebraska on the evening, 52% overall, 38% since halftime on 5 of 13. They're 7 of 14 from behind the line, 1 of 4 in the second half, and 3 of 4 from the free throw stripe. Rebounds 23-21 in favor of Vanderbilt. Commodores have forced 10 turnovers. Nebraska has forced 7, each team with 9 points off those turnovers. It'll be Vanderbilt ball out of bounds. We got McLaughlin and Tanner, as well as Nickel, Bing, and Washington. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Washington. McLaughlin has a half dozen rebounds. Tanner, 16 points. Nickel, 13. TT from right to left. Nebraska shows, looks like zone. They played some matchup. Tanner going to the right, almost lost the ball. It's Nickel, straight away. Got it at Berkey, who's back in. Gives it back to Tanner. Berkey picks him up. Tanner, 3 for the tie. No good off the back rim. Bing grabs a rebound. Power dribble, puts it up, and scores.
Well, that's where we can make some hay, Kevin, is on the offensive glass right there. Oh, almost a steal by Tanner.
It is Sanford recovering. Tanner pressuring backcourt. They get it across with 2 seconds to spare. It is a 1-point game. 50-40.
That's a hook.
And offensive foul.
That's a hook.
Prager right in front of us trying to get rid of Tanner. Call for his second and team 7th.
Well, he was right in front of me, and I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Tim made the call. So the fouls really piling up for Nebraska. Vanderbilt in the bonus. That was not a shooting foul with the offensive foul and turnover. Vanderbilt can go in front. We got 11:20 to play. Tanner up top, going to the right. They hedged off the screen. It's Nickel straight away. Nickel into the lane. Guarded closely by Mast. Goes to the right corner. Tanner thought better of pulling the trigger. Trying to take it down the baseline. Nothing there. Outside to Bing. Tanner shoot. Miles up top. Goes to the left elbow. 7 on the shot clock. Tanner outside. 3 for the lead. No good. Tick the rim. Goes to the floor. Vanderbilt trying to keep it alive. Getting on the deck. Kicked outside. Tanner trying to get to it. And he saves it, but it's over and back. Well, you had hoped that Nebraska might have deflected that ball, but I think it was McLaughlin on the floor that threw it back out, and Tanner went to the other side of midcourt. And Nebraska
he did have possession of it, so that was a good call.
Well, they wipe things up in the paint after that scrum. Nebraska continues to lead by 1. We got 10:51 to play. Okereke replaces Nickel. 50-49. Two good teams. 27 wins for each. Hoiberg in the game with 3 fouls. Stops the dribble to the right. Sanford 3. It's good.
Well, I tell you what, it was a good screen by Berkeley right there.
That guy is awesome. He's hit 3 3-pointers, extend the lead back to 4 for Nebraska, 53-49. Tanner sliding to the left off the McLaughlin pick. Okereke at the top. Pressure by Prager. Okereke, hesitation dribble into the paint, bounce pass, and it's saved in. Good job by McLaughlin to get it to Miles. Wraparound feed to Bing. Down to the corner for a 3. Tanner got it!
Wow, really good passing that time.
53-52. TT with an answer on Vanderbilt's end. A first bank 3-pointer. Here goes Frager on a drive. He was stripped, but Nebraska gets the call, and Frager will get 2.
Well, the one thing that Frager likes to do, he's a left-hander. He's going to go left. You got to force him to his right here a little bit.
Second foul for Miles. 4.5 for Vanderbilt, and Braden Frager, who missed on his only free throw attempt back in the first half. That was on the front side of a 1-and-1. 53-52, 10:07 to play. Nebraska by 1. Vanderbilt has never led. Frager, the redshirt freshman, hometown guy from Lincoln, hits the free throw. He can record his 19th double-figure game if he can make one more. After he hit a couple threes and scored 13 against Troy back on Thursday. Lefty got them both. 55-52. Here comes the crowd again. Midpoint, second half. A battle for the Sweet 16. Tanner, slow dribble, offensive court. Double screens, goes to the right. Tanner stops the dribble, plays to Okereke. Back to Tanner, trying to get the step on Berkey in the lane. Flips it up, no good. Whistle of a foul.
I tell you what, Tyler Tanner, when he goes off the perimeter right there and dribbles, he's great. Even though he's small, he's 6 feet, maybe 165. He gets into the body of those big guys and creates the contact, and then the officials have to make the call.
Sanford got the foul. That's his third. And the team's 8th, and Tanner for 2 free throws. On the night, 5 of 6 from the foul line. 55-52. Vandy down by 3. Free throws short. Gosh, Vanderbilt has just not shot them the way they typically have throughout the season. Well, let's see if we can at least get something out of this trip. Commodores have been within 1 a couple times in this stretch. Second free throw's good.
And now you got to have a couple defensive stops here. You have to know where Sanford is, though.
Yes, you do. He brings the ball up the floor. 55-53. Nebraska in front, 9:40 to play. Sanford pressure outside by Bing. Okereke now has Sanford on a switch. Sanford rises up, contested 3, no good. Bounces over the backboard and out of play.
Really nice.
Finally missed one.
Really nice play that time by Okereke on the switch. And Sanford's one of those guys that tries to jab step you and then step back into the 3.
Can Vanderbilt Tire go in front? Down by 2, 9.5 left. Tanner outside. Mass gave him a look. Goes to Bing, deep left side. Okereke pops out to take it. Between the circles. Driving against Berkey. Free throw line jumper for the tie. Short. Rebound Bing. Had it for a moment, but retrieved by Frager for Nebraska.
Well, I think you got to get Tyler Nickel back in the game here.
Takeaway. Tanner steals it. Going to the other end. The bigs are back. Tanner puts it up. Yes! And one! Ties the game! And a chance to push Vandy ahead.
Really nice steal that time by Tyler Tanner.
Give Mass the foul, his third, and the team's 9th, and Tanner for a free throw. We're even at 55.
I tell you what, Kevin, Tyler Tanner has just been a stud tonight.
This dude, every game, just brings it up to 22 points. He had 3 steals at halftime. That was his first of the second half as he adds to his record total. A free throw for the lead with 9:05 to play. It's up, and it is no good. Rebound, going for it, Okereke, and he pulls it away. Tanner left side, 3 ball, no good. Oh, Nebraska got the rebound.
Man, I thought it. He had a wide open look right there.
Under 9 to play, all even at 55. Hoiberg outside against Miles. Hoiberg driving, spraying the ball, right corner for a 3. It's no good. Air ball into the hands of Okereke. That 3 was by Jacobson.
Well, and that's the right guy that we want shooting the basketball.
Commodores able to pull back even after trailing the whole night. Miles out of the center circle, driving right lane line. Contact from Hoiberg. Leans in, flips it out. Okereke tees up a 3 ball. It's in and out.
Yes!
Again, 3 is good. Vanderbilt leads. Okereke hits from distance. And a timeout with 8:22 to play. 58-55.
Wow, what a big shot that was. And I will say this. Duke Miles got away with a little drop the shoulder right there with no call. And Fred Hoiberg is in the face of Doug Shows, but wow, what really nice offense.
Timeout. I think it was called by Vanderbilt. Nope, it was called by Nebraska. So anyway, 8:22 to go. Vanderbilt 58, Nebraska 55. More to come from Oklahoma City almost said Lincoln. It feels like it here.
Yeah, it does feel like Lincoln, doesn't it?
Be right back on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
With a good retirement strategy, nothing is out of bounds. But without one, you risk penalties you didn't see coming. Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common financial fouls, and more. If retirement's your next play, this class sets the formation. Save your spot at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. Vanderbilt is not a client. See website for disclosures. Go Commodores!
Nashville, there's a new way to cheer on the Commodores. Jackalope Brewing Company is proud to brew Conquer and Prevail Pale Ale, Vanderbilt's craft beer collaboration with Jackalope Brewing Company. Stop by Memorial Gymnasium, the Jackalope Brewing Company tap room, or your favorite local beer store and ask for Conquer and Prevail. Crafted in Nashville, built for good times. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus.
Hey, this is Nate Bargatze, and you are listening to Commodore Basketball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Anchor down.
Well, Vanderbilt leads 58-55, 8:22 to play in this battle for the Sweet 16. An AKO Cherokee 3 that popped out and fell through, giving Vanderbilt the lead on a 6-0 run to go in front for the first time tonight. Tim Vanderbilt has gone 6 of 13 on first bank threes in the second half, and that has been huge.
Well, that makes a difference. And you look, Tyler Nickel had 4 points at halftime. He has 13 now. So, he stepped up and made some threes. He's hit 3 threes in the second half that has really put us in a situation to where we have a 3-point lead. Now you got to play solid defense. You got to rebound the basketball on missed shots, and then you got to continue doing well offensively.
Tim, one thing Vanderbilt's done really well in this game is rebounding its own missed shots. Commodores have 11 offensive rebounds, 9 second chance points. Each team with 2 timeouts. That one was called by Nebraska, and they used it as the media break. 8:22 to go. I say that, but I assume we'll get another media timeout when the clock goes under 8 minutes. Vanderbilt, a little pressure coming out of the timeout.
Well, and now you don't want to foul way away from the basket.
Sanford stops front court, goes to Berkey, puts it on the floor, hands it off on the right. Hoiberg plays the point, works against Tanner. Hoiberg sprays it right. Berkey out of the three-point arc, 13 to shoot. Handoff goes to Mass, trying to drive it. Okereke leans in the paint, left-hand jump hook is good. Nebraska back within 1, 58-57. That was the first 2-point basket for Mass tonight. Nebraska fans ask for defense. Vanderbilt looking to keep it going here. Tanner outside. Okereke coming out, but Tanner doesn't use the screen. Now they switch. Okereke to Bing on the right, to the corner. McLaughlin for 3.
Yes!
Got it!
One time, baby!
Devin McLaughlin hits from three-point land. 61-57, a huge shot. Vandy by 4. Here is Hoiberg to the right side, goes to Mast. Out between the circles, guarded closely by Okereke. Be careful. Mast hands it off. Hoiberg down the left side, trying to get in close. Pass to the corner. Frager for 3. Got it.
That was a big shot right there.
Sure was. Braden Frager, his first 3. Back to a 1-point game. 61-60 Vanderbilt. 7:07 to go. Team swapping 3-pointers. Tanner front court. Hoiberg gives him a little space. Here comes Okereke. Tanner going to go to the left. Now they switch. Tanner to the right corner. Miles a shot fake, moves in, into the paint, turns around, splits defenders, left corner, Tanner, 3-ball.
Yo! Another great pass that time by Duke Miles after he gets into the middle of the lane. Now you got to get a defensive stop, boys.
8th 3-pointer of the second half, and a foul on Tanner as Hoiberg drove toward the basket to call Tanner for his first and the team's 5th. And this will be the media break with 6:35 to play. What a stretch that was. Vanderbilt 64, Nebraska 60, the second round matchup in the NCAA South Regions. Coming right back on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste, ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo, live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila 40% alcohol by volume.
You're listening to Vanderbilt basketball in the NCAA tournament. Back to the Paycom Center in 60 seconds.
Did you know 31W Insulation is more than just an insulation company? 31W Insulation installs only the best products, including Inverge and Huntsman Spray Foam, Amar and Wayne Dalton garage doors, Genie operators, closet-made closet systems, 310 tempering, HMI, and quality shower doors, and CertainTeed, Knauf, and Owens Corning Insulation. With over 46 locations in 12 states throughout the Southeast to serve you, give 31W Insulation a call today at 888-241-4563 or visit our website, www.31w.com for a free quote.
The roof over your head does more than protect your house. It protects the people you love most. At Ostermiller, we understand that. Whether it's a small repair or a brand new roof, we treat every project like it's our own home. Local, reliable, and always here when you need us, because peace of mind starts at the top. Ostermiller, we're raising the standard in roofing.
Well, 14,887 fans here at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, and they're seeing a heck of a battle. This 4-5 matchup. Vanderbilt leads Nebraska 64-60. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID. This is Vanderbilt basketball from Learfield. Vanderbilt basketball is brought to you by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, a proud sponsor of Vanderbilt Athletics. They remind you to celebrate responsibly. Commodore fans hoping to celebrate a trip to the Sweet 16, but a long way to go. 6.5 minutes. And Tim, how about the play of Tyler Tanner? 25 points. He has just made more huge plays in this game.
Well, he's a stud. I mean, that's just all he is. And, I will say this, Duke Miles, if you look at Miles, he's got 5 assists. He's done a really good job of getting in the middle of the lane and then passing out for wide open looks.
Nebraska ball coming out of the timeout after a foul called on Tanner. Hoiberg picks up his dribble on the right side, goes to Berkey. Try to bull his way into the paint, off the window for 2.
Yeah, we got switched up right there. Tanner had basically no answer for Berkey.
64-62, lead cut in half. The Commodores in front, 6:17 to play. Tanner going to the right, now driving, right lane line, off the glass, wouldn't go. Rebound, fumbled, but retrieved by Nebraska. McIntyre go in front. Prager stops his dribble. Dangerous pass across goes to Hoiberg. Hoiberg trying to drive all the way in, lays it up short. Rebound Okereke.
Now you can push it a little bit here.
AK, point forward style, left to right. Hoiberg comes over to pressure. To McLaughlin, back to Okereke. Has the dribble, goes to Nickel. Way out behind the three-point line. Doesn't launch this time. Hand off Tanner. 15 to shoot.
I think Duke Miles can take Hoiberg.
Miles, now they switch. Berkey, they switch back. Hoiberg with 6, with 5. Right side, Nickel. Along. Oh, get down.
Man.
From way out there. He's hit 4 in the second half. 67-62, Vanderbilt's biggest advantage.
Yeah, you need a couple stops here, Kevin.
5:20 to play. It is tense. It's a big crowd. A whole lot of them wearing red. Commodore trying to keep them quiet. In the paint, Sanford fadeaway good.
Man, that kid is so efficient offensively.
You just write it down as soon as he gets the ball pretty much. 67-64. We got 5 to play. Miles crosses the midcourt stripe slowly on the dribble. Hard screen, McLaughlin. Miles weaves his way into the paint. Now they spray it to the right. Tanner trying to take it baseline, nothing there. Nickel outside, one-hand delivery. Miles to the left corner. McLaughlin tries another one, not this time. Backside, rebound, saved in. It goes to McLaughlin trying to save it. It's out of bounds and goes to Nebraska. Boy, I thought Nebraska might have fouled right there on that rebound.
I tell you what, Glock had another wide open three right there. If we're really just patient and we pass side to side, we're going to get wide open looks.
67-64 the count with 4:42 to play. Nebraska brings Jamarcus Lawrence back in with 4 fouls. He replaces Braden Frager.
Well, he's a guy that can knock it down from 3 as well, so you got to know where he is.
Commodores check out Miles in favor of Chandler Bing. A little more height against this lineup for Nebraska. Outstanding teams. Nebraska tied for second in the Big Ten. Vanderbilt top 4 in the SEC. Lawrence quickly front court. A lot of contact from Bing. Now they pressure it. Got it outside. Mast with a catch. Okereke guards. Watch out for the back cut. Mast a little out of control at the top. They back tip him, but they call a foul on Okereke. That's a tough call. Well, Okereke gets his third, and that is 6 for Vanderbilt and a half out of bounds to Nebraska. New 20 on the shot clock. 4:27 to play. 3-point game. Vandy leads. Lawrence at the hash mark right in front of us. Bounces in. Hoiberg. And the March Madness logo goes to the left. Okereke guards. Hoiberg dribbling. Stops inside. Berkey. Reach foul on Vanderbilt. This might be, I think it will be 1-1 for Nebraska. Foul goes on Bing. His third, team 7. Clock stopped with 4:18 to play. Berkey Tunjel going to the free throw line.
Well, he shoots 62% from the free throw line, so you've got to be. Are they going to give him 2 shots on this? I think they are.
No, that's going to be one of the bonus.
So you got to block out. You got to put a body on a man here. You cannot let Nebraska get an offensive rebound off a missed free throw.
62% as Tim described. He is a lefty and he turns it loose and it's no good. Long rebound. Tipped. Races on. Nickel saves it into Miles. Vanderbilt got it.
Really nice play that time by Tyler Nickel.
These guys are laying it out there.
Man, they're in a 1-3-1 zone defense right here. You're going to get a shot from the baseline if you take your time.
Tanner lobs it over to Okereke. He goes to Miles, right corner. Duke bounces back outside. 11 to shoot. Okereke taking it down the left side. Stops, trying to kick it out. Deep in the timer. Straight away 3. Miles, no good. Rebound. Knocked down. Baseline out of bounds to Nebraska with 3:47 to go.
Man, we almost had another offensive rebound. But again, you had a wide open 3-point shot by Duke Miles.
Vanderbilt has hit 9 threes in the second half. 12 on the night. Leading by 3 against Nebraska. The stretch run is coming up. We got 3:47 to play in Oklahoma City. Commodores 67, Nebraska 64 in the NCAA tournament. The Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Kohl's Spring Savings Event is kind of like sunshine. The deals are glowing, dazzling, tempting to stare directly at in awe. And with prices like these, looking away is a real challenge. You can get 40% off kitchen appliances, teas for just $7.99 and more, plus an extra 50% off clearance. Yep, Kohl's Spring Savings are looking bright. Shop them at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offers end March 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Vanderbilt 67, Nebraska 64, 3:47 to play here in Oklahoma City at the Paycom Center. This NCAA tournament second round game. Nebraska the 4 seed, Vanderbilt the 5. They have battled throughout the night. Huskers have led by as many as 10 a couple different times. Vanderbilt has led by as many as 5 after a big second half, including 9 of 18 on first bank threes. Since the break, Nebraska has shot 54% on the night, 9 of 18 from 3, 5 of 7 from the stripe. Overall for the Commodores, 42%, 12 of 33 from distance, and 11 of 19 from the foul line. That's been a herder tonight. Commodores lead in rebounds, 29-26. So now we get into the stretch run of this game.
Well, what you got to do, we've been saying we got to get defensive stops, and that's what you have to do. Is you got to make some defensive stops. You got to get defensive rebounds. And Duke Miles, I mean, he's had wide open looks from the three-point line. If you look at his stat line, he's 1 for 7, and really all 7 of those shots have been wide open looks.
Tanner with 25, Nickel was 16, the 2 in double digits for Vanderbilt. Each team has 2 timeouts. Commodores have been called for 7 fouls, Nebraska for 9. So every foul for Nebraska here will be 2 shots for Vanderbilt. Huskers will have the ball coming out of the timeout. They also have the possession arrow. Vanderbilt picks up full court. Into Lawrence. Bing and Tanner, Nickel, Okereke, McLaughlin, the 5 for the black and gold. Trying to win a second tournament game. And a foul away from the ball. I think it's Nickel down low.
Yeah, they were trying to get Sanford on a baseline screen right there, and Tyler Nickel and he ran into one another, and they called the bump foul.
Well, this is not the dude you want to send out there. It's one of the bonus for Sanford, who's 85% of the season. He scored 13 points, 5 of 9 overall, 3 of 6 from 3. First time to the free throw line. Bing checks out as Miles goes in. We've seen this defense-offense substitution pattern for Mark Bington.
Well, I think they're going to start running plays strictly for Sanford here down the stretch in this last 3:38.
And if you're in Nebraska, why not? That dude is such a great shooter. Free throw's good. Well, he can pull the Huskers back within 1. We got 3:38 to go, and Sanford for 1 more. Everybody getting ready to try to get a rebound if there is one. Not this time. Free throw's good again. 1-point lead for Vanderbilt, 3.5 to go.
And now you got a 1-3-1.
They really stretch it out. Miles goes to Tanner out of the three-point line. Tanner a couple bounces and bounces to Miles. Miles stops, goes to Okereke on the right, bounce pass baseline. McLaughlin with a touch, back out to Okereke, 10 to shoot. AK to the right side. Now it goes back to Miles, 5 on the timer. Miles stops, launches, 3, no good. Rebound to Nebraska, it's Berkey.
Well, that wasn't a good half-court set right there against their 1-3-1.
I thought Miles was going to go ahead and drive against Lawrence, who has 4 fouls. Berkey holds the ball out near the midcourt stripe, gets rid of it to Lawrence. He gives a play call. 1-point game as we're under 3 minutes ago, and another foul on Nickel trying to hang on to Sanford, and now he'll have 1 and 1 to potentially give Nebraska the lead with Vanderbilt on a drought of almost 3 minutes.
Well, he's a guy that's really crafty. He knows how to get into your body.
Bryce Sanford, 2 for 2. Just a moment ago, 1 and 1. 67-66 Vanderbilt. Sanford shoots, and it's no good. Rebound, grabbed, Commodores got it. It's McLaughlin. They got Sanford to miss one. That was huge. Vanderbilt maintains the lead with under 3 to go. Here comes that zone again.
Now, what you've got to do, you got to penetrate into the angle of the defense. Free throw line extended, and go to the elbow. And when they collapse, that's when you can spray it for the wide open 3.
Nickel to throw it in after the kickball. Vanderbilt has 20 to shoot and 2:40 to play. Nickel across to Miles. Okereke, bullet feed, able to hang on. Okereke trying to drive in. Outside Nickel for 3. No good. Big kick. Knocked down. Tanner got a piece of it, but it went to Sanford.
Well, you had a wide open look right there.
Couldn't hit. Outside, Hoiberg trying to shield off Miles.
And now they've got Tanner on Sanford.
Stopping Hoiberg. Outside Lawrence. And now you got Tanner unmasked. They feed it to Mass. McLaughlin switches on him. Back cut, fake, put up, good. And Nebraska leads. It's Berkey for the score.
Well, we got switched up right there. A little bit of a mismatch. Now we got to attack this 1-3-1 better.
68-67. Nebraska goes back to the lead for the first time in a while. Tanner outside. 6-0 run for the Huskers. Miles dumps it baseline. Kick out. Miles in the right wing. Duke driving against Lawrence. All the way in close. Leans in. Left corner. Okereke for the lead.
Oh!
Got it!
Yes!
AK from distance. The 3-ball pushes Vanderbilt back ahead with 1:42 to play. 70-68.
Well, and Kevin, exactly what I said. You got to penetrate into the teeth of that defense, and then they just collapse. And what that does is it just leaves people open at the 3-point line so you can spray the ball, and then they can't recover. You're going to have a wide open look.
1:42 to go. Commodores called a 30-second timeout. Vandy has 1 left. Nebraska has 2.
I think you might need to get Chandler Bing in on defense here and maybe guard Samford with Chandler Bing. I don't know what coach has done, but that was a big shot that time by A.K. Okereke. Now, really, this is an essential defensive stop right here. You've got 1:42 left. If you can get a defensive stop, get a defensive rebound, now you can take that shot clock down deep in the half court.
AK has made big 3-pointers tonight, 3 out of 5 from distance, all of his points on threes.
And
Bing is back in.
And Bing is guarding Samford.
Big and nickel. Okereke and McLaughlin and Tanner with 1:42 to go. Nebraska ball out of bounds. Vanderbilt by 2.
Well, you've also got Frager in the game for Nebraska. He's another 3-point shooter that you have to have a hand up in his face.
And he can also drive, as we've seen. Lawrence outside, plays the point. 1.5 to go. Goes over to Hoiberg. Sends it back to Lawrence. Slides to the right. They bring it up top. Mass to the long one. 3. No good. In and out. Put back up and good on the follow. I think that was Hoiberg.
Yeah, that was Hoiberg. He got the rebound.
Tie game at 70. Vanderbilt ball with 1:13 to go. Tanner outside. Stops the dribble. Looks for Okereke. Gets it to him on the right side. Okereke at the arc to Tanner now. 15 to shoot. Tanner driving against Lawrence. In close. Put it up off the glass. It's good. Tanner scores.
Now, you've got to have a defensive stop, and you got to get a defensive rebound here. This is going to be critical right here.
Final minute of play, 72-70 Commodores. Tanner up to 27, the last 2 giving Vandy the lead. He goes to Lawrence. He goes back to Hoiberg. Hoiberg now driving against Nickel in the lane, lays it up. It's short, put up, good. On the follow, it was masked. Differential 9 seconds, 72-72. What a game. Tanner to Okereke, front court. Lobs it back to Tanner. Differential 9.
Now, I think you got to get penetration with Tanner off the perimeter right here.
TT outside. Comes to McLaughlin. They hedge. Tanner with 10 on the shot clock. Tripped up by Hoiberg with 8 with 7. Leans in. Sends it outside. Nickel reels it in. Left baseline with 4 with 3. Inside Bing. Puts it up off the window. No good. Nickel got knocked down. 8 seconds left. Nebraska has the ball. Tie game. Samford outside. Streaking down the middle. Layup is good. With 2 seconds. Laid in by Frager, and Vanderbilt calls timeout. Nebraska leads 74-72.
Wow. This has been an unbelievable game, Kevin.
It sure has been. Vanderbilt has 2.2 to try to score one more time to either get it to overtime or if you can toss one in and win from 3-point land. Vanderbilt spends its last timeout.
So this is going to be a full timeout right here.
Commodores' magical season on the line against the Nebraska team. They only won their first tournament game back on Thursday. Boy, you wish you had a little more than 2.2. That makes it awfully tough.
Yeah, 2.2 makes it really, really tough. And we didn't do a good job. Tyler Nickel got knocked into the baseline so that we were really playing 4-on-5. But again, what you've got to do here, Kevin, is I believe you have the ball on the baseline, so you're going to have to throw the ball. and try to get it to half court on the pass so the clock doesn't start. So at least you got maybe a dribble or two maybe to where you can get a look.
Yeah, I was thinking about that game yesterday with Otega Owe hitting that three to tie that game. They had 2.4. Vanderbilt has 2.2. 74-72, down by 2 against Nebraska.
Well, I didn't think we got a very good shot in our half-court offense that time. We went into a little bit of a scramble mode right there.
Vanderbilt works on these things all the time, these late-game situations. Can you find one last bit of magic? Either get it to overtime or hit a three to potentially go to the Sweet 16.
Well, A.K. Okereke is going to take the basketball out.
Okereke, he can run the baseline. Okereke, McLaughlin, Nickel, Miles, and Tanner. A.K. to Tanner. Dribbles up, heaves at the horn. It almost went. It's no good. And Nebraska wins.
Wow, the ball was in and out of the basket. It looked just like Missouri. Wow, that's unbelievable.
What a tough way to finish the season. Nebraska goes to the Sweet 16, 74-72. Tyler Tanner, his heave from half court, being consoled by his teammates.
Tell you what, that's a tough way to lose, Kevin. You know, you're up 4, you're up 5, and you just don't get a defensive stop. And you give Nebraska a lot of credit. They played with a lot of moxie, and they made some shots when they had to make them. So,
gosh, just heartbreak.
Man, that ball was down in the basket, though. I mean, it came off the backboard. Wow.
Well, you watch the scene. The players exchange handshakes. Vanderbilt season comes to a tough finish at 27-9. Nebraska at 28-6. They'll go to the Sweet 16. They've only won 2 tournament games in their history, and they